tasty morsel. In he goes, able to get away as well with a super, but not to safety. Crazy Raccoon. The king of old has returned to claim his dues from the dumpster to the throne.
ऐसे ब्रॉल स्टार्स लैन इवेंट इंडिया में क्यों नहीं होते यार? We have always said that we'll do a Brawl Stars LAN event in India, and yes, today we are going to make that dream a reality.
Broken glass on the hotel floor. Gotta face my past before I end up in your arms. In your arms. I write my thoughts on an empty page, but no matter what I do, what's the fit to say?
Stuck in here for weeks, no escape. Looks like it's the end of the line, boys. Ugh. Ain't never getting out of this here pickle jar. Who are you?
Nadia, I'll help you get out. Yalla.
Live in a LAN event, so it's my first time here as well. Having said that, we are going to be okay. All right, so okay, there was some technical glitches. Anyways, hello everyone and welcome to the stream. I'm your host AJ7, joined by the GOAT Sergeant Clash, and this is the first ever Brawl Star LAN event stream in India after many years and half. Finally वो वक्त आ गया है 26 जुलाई इसका कैलेंडर में सबने मार्क कर ही लिया होगा. And yes, we are live with another banger with UPCore eSports, and आज हम देखने वाले हैं कुछ amazing teams को clash करते हुए. But उसी के साथ Sergeant Clash हमारे साथ जुड़ चुके हैं in our caster desk, and I think it's your first time Sergeant in the casting desk. How are you feeling and what are your expectations? कैसा लग रहा है इस type का कुछ event इंडिया में conduct किया जा रहा है, and how's everything going?
Yeah, thank you, AJ. I'm very excited. It's the first Indian LAN event which is happening after a very long time. Like the first LAN event was like 5 years ago in 2021, and this is the first time we'll see some Indian representation, and like it's the first time we're seeing an Indian only LAN event, because in previous years it was usually compared to multiple teams. So yeah, I'm very excited and I'm looking forward to what the teams can bring forward.
Indeed, and we can see the players already getting ready for their matches, respective matches. We can see the stadium, we can see, the podium getting ready, and we can see the players there. I think they seem pretty excited. I think it's a big thing, being a part of the LAN event after being conducted after so many years in India. So it's a big thing, and it's a pleasure to be here as well, along with along with you and along with these players. And I'm very happy indeed, because हमें देखने को नहीं मिलता आजकल Brawl Star players gather करके साथ में खेलते हैं. But now this is the time, and सबने इस moment का बहुत ही ज़्यादा wait किया है, and finally we are here. So we can see this is gonna be the first matchup that we're gonna see. और यहाँ पे scoreboard already चल रहा है. There were some matches already running in the background, and we can see 2-5 scoreboard चल रहा है. We can see Snow eSports versus is it Snow eSports versus Flash Warriors. तो हमें एक सेट Flash Warriors की तरफ से देखने को मिल गया. Sergeant, हमें अभी तक तो कोई गेम देखने को नहीं मिला because कुछ गेम कंडक्ट हो गए तो. But what do you think about the meta right now?
I feel like the meta is a lot more chaotic. Like in the previous meta, we saw a lot of assassins. Like it was a very assassin-heavy meta. But this meta is very control-based, and it's like whoever can make more pressure while dying less. It's a meta based on mechanics. So I feel like we'll see teams which are more mechanically good. And yeah, in this meta, synergy I think will matter the most, because previously we saw brawlers which had pop-off potential like Mortis, Edgar, etc. But in this meta, we'll have brawlers such as Max, 8-bit, which all rely on synergy. So yeah, so I'm expecting a more control-based meta.
Indeed, Sergeant, and we can see the draft has already started, and it's gonna be Star Nova is the first pick coming up for Snow Esports as their first pick. We can see the bans as well. There's going to be Damien, Cold, Crow as the general bans, and global ban coming up from them is Max and Bolt. You know, really annoying brawlers to face, especially in the current meta, as you mentioned before as well. She's pretty strong. Max is so good when it comes to, you know, combined with the synergy as well. But we have Byron, we have Jean banned as well in the opposing side as well, along with Najia, which are the general bans, by the way. And we can see Damien getting banned from both sides along with Bolt, and 8-bit coming up for the first pick from Flash Warriors. So far so good. What do you think so far?
Yeah, I feel like leaving 8-bit in might be a mistake, because 8-bit's one of the hardest brawlers to push into. So yeah, I think that might be a mistake. Star Nova is a very strong pick, but it can easily be countered. So yeah, for now I'm favoring Flash Warriors draft. But yeah, the Star Nova pick, I don't think it'll get much value since it's a very open map. Although it's a very strong brawler, I feel like going it this early in such an open map might be a mistake. And they have two of the most broken buffies in Flash Warriors. So yeah, I think they are currently in a good position when it comes to draft.
Indeed, and we can see already the range aggression coming up from Flash Warrior side as well.
Bless
Star
your
Nova
heart.
definitely lacks that range, but we have Piper to take care of the things from their side. But having said that, Sergeant, if I may ask, what do you think, what are the best brawlers right now, apart from the buffy brawlers, you know, in the meta right now?
It definitely has to be Star Nova, but again, it's an open map, so I think that might be a mistake. Piper also got a damage buff, and from what I know, it 2 shots block, and it's also very good into 8-bit. Like, it's one of the hardest counters to both those brawlers. So yeah, Piper's a very good sleeper pick, and I feel like it should get a lot of value.
Find peace.
But okay, now we see a bow. If I be honest, I don't like the bow pick because bow isn't the strongest in this meta, and it's like I haven't seen it played much in competitive, so I'm curious to see how that pans out. But if I was Flash Warriors right now, I would definitely go like an assassin like Mortis. It looks like a very free Mortis game, so I feel like they're very vulnerable to assassins like Edgar, Mortis, etc.
Definitely, like, seems like I already got the answer for the, you know, question I was about to ask, which is like, what brawler is gonna be the last pick according to you, and that's gonna be Mortis, as you guessed, as your pick as well. And I think it really makes sense as well. You know, the opposing team, they have very squishy brawlers, and yeah, you can say in a sense that it's a free matchup coming up from for the, you know, Mortis on the line. काफी अच्छा, you know, mobility है, aggressive brawler है, you know, assassin brawler, तो काफी ज़्यादा उनको like just Piper के I think अगर वो gadget को watch out करे तो they can reach the enemy very often, you know, chain कर सकते हैं अपने super को time to time. अगर वो bow पे जाए तो I guess I believe the best matchup वही उनके लिए bow होगा.
I think the Mortis has free matchups into all 3 of them. I think, yeah, bow is definitely the easiest. But yeah, if the Piper is not rocking knockback, then I think the Piper is going to be freer for the Mortis. But yeah, in general, if the Mortis just roams around and just makes space for his team, because they already have the lead, so I think the Mortis just needs to stay alive and make sure he's making pressure. So yeah, it's relatively easy for him to do a lot on the map.
Definitely, and we can see the wall break coming up already from Flash Warrior point of sight. We can see they have one set, and you know, with this draft they look strong even right now, and Mortis is just gonna stay passive, is gonna wait for the right opportunity, trying to make some space. And yeah, so far so good. Is gonna try to make a play, but he goes down, instantly gets punished by the bow. And yeah, the shots connected so well. Even the 8-bit is low, he has to back off just to regen on time. And the gadget coming in from Star Nova just to make things work around, dodge the proc shots as well. Mortis has to be careful this time around. He has to respect the hypercharge available for the Piper. He cannot dive in just you know, in a random moment. But yeah, bow is still a good, you know, squishy brawler for him. I think he might be looking for blood on that brawler. Brock getting that little bit of extra range with the new buffy, you know, assigned to him. The previous update, shots connecting from Sunny. So far so good. He has the hypercharge. He might connect one more on the Brock, and yes, that will secure them another win on that interaction, on that draw. And despite having the, you know, a pretty good comp, I believe, they're still struggling a lot, and the 8-bit goes down as well after the fall off from the bow mines. This is looking pretty good for Snow Esports.
Yeah, I feel like it's a mistake from the Mortis to die so early. Because since Flash Warriors already had the lead because of the Mortis getting the start, I feel like if they just stayed in their spawn and just waited for the 8-bit turret, it would be a lot more helpful for them. Because pushing into a 8-bit turret, especially after 8-bit got his Buffy, is going to be very hard for the Piper team. So yeah, I think it's a mistake to give them the lead before the 8-bit gets turret, and I think it's something which proved fatal for them. So yeah, I would like to see the Mortis. If he's going aggressive, I think he should go at the start itself, so that even if the 8-bit doesn't get turret, he will get super. Like, he did not get enough time to get super in this game, and that's because he hesitated too much at the start. So it's either you go in early or you don't go in at all. So I feel like that's the mistake which happened this game.
Yeah, just get the blue star and just stay passive, right? And as you mentioned, like, going early will make sense as well, because if you don't go early, the enemy team will cook up with the supers, they will charge you the hypercharger as well, and it will get harder for the Mortis to dive in later on. So yeah, I think that's a great take on that. But yeah, I'm quite surprised like how the tables are being turned around. Mortis trying to make a play, but Star Nova, I think that was not the right call for him right now, because Star Nova is having a great gadget there, but he's trying to look for blood. He connects well, he gets the combo spinner connected as well, and he gets a kill on Star Nova early, and I think that's the early kill you were talking about.
Yeah, this was perfectly played by the Mortis. He died a lot earlier this time, and he was able to chain his super very well. And yeah, he's still going in. Some insane cycling by the Mortis, but unfortunately the Piper has hypercharge now, and the map's being opened more and more. And if the map gets opened more, you get to see where the Mortis is coming from. And because of that, Mortis needs to waste an ammo just on dashing. Unfortunately, he hits the wall, but yeah, now that they're set up, it should be very hard for the Piper team to push into them.
Definitely, he's trying to go for the Piper once again. She was low, but she just jumps on time. But a connection from Sunny once again on Kaiser gets a kill, and they're having a good lead so far. 28 seconds in the clock left. Do or die situation for the red team, because this is a good drop for them. They have to do something to pull off a win to equalize the set, but a skill coming up from the bow is gonna give them even higher lead, which is gonna be nice and tidy. But 13 seconds are still there on the clock, and it can be a game-changing moment if the Mortis changes well. 8-bit is low, he has to back off. Some connections coming up from Kaiser. 3 seconds, is it gonna be enough? 10 and 13 stars on blue side is gonna give them a victory and a set for Snow Esports.
Yeah, that was incredibly unfortunate. I feel like the Mortis played incredibly well the entire game, but unfortunately him missing that one back chain on the Piper caused them to lose the lead, and after that it just went down from hill from there. So I feel like even though they had the comp, I feel like they lacked execution properly. Like, they had a splendid second game, but just the mistake tolerance was so low that even though the Mortis just did one mistake, it cost them the entire game. So yeah, even though they have comp, I feel like if they just played it more, like if they were more comfortable with Mortis and they went in together, they would have a much more favorable outcome.
I think they won with the draft, but they didn't win because of the execution. As you rightly mentioned before, Sergeant, I think the second game was much better start for the red team. Like the Mortis did just what he was supposed to do. Get some nice early interaction, get the chainings, get the kills, and just come back, stay safe for the stars here. Like, you don't have to risk, you don't have to donate the stars to the enemy time, in the last final seconds. And it gets really hard to come back, especially when you die in the last seconds. So yeah, I think that was a great set. Despite having less favoring draft, I think they still managed to get a win, which was great for them. But let's come back to the meta. We can see with the graphics, we have 8-bit, we have Brock, and we have Rico. I would like to ask, which of the new Buffy sets, which Buffies do you like the most, and which one do you think it's kind of mid and can be better?
In my opinion, the most broken Buffy is definitely Max's Buffy, because it provides so much value to your team. Like, you can cycle hypercharge so easily. But in casual play, you'll find that 8-bit, Brock, and Rico, like all three of these Buffies work a lot more. The Meg Buffy is also extremely good, but because you have infinite supers basically. Like, if you know how to play Meg properly, you can definitely utilize it very well. Oh yeah, I'm very much much Surge. The Surge Buffy is still very broken, even though it got a emergency nerf. It's still one of the most broken Buffys in the game, if not the most broken Buffy. But the only thing holding Surge back is the amount of time it takes for him to get his hypercharge. So I feel like if we don't see Surge much, it would just be because Surge does not get his hypercharge quick enough. So the Buffy does not get as much value as it should. So yeah, for me, the most broken Buffys right now would be Surge and Max. But yeah, we can always look forward to the 8-bit Buffy, because that's something which can definitely change the tides of the game.
Yeah, and having said that, we get to see some of these brawler now and certain maps that we don't really expect them to be there. But yeah, these Buffys really made a big impact on these brawlers, and the meta has completely changed, and it happens regularly in Brawl Stars, as we know. But yeah, having said that, Surge, I think is one of the best brawlers right now, but he also lacks range in the beginning itself. Like, even if you have that super, you get a little bit of mobility, but it's still not viable every time in an open map, right? So yeah, you still have the options for Max, you still have this energy, you still need the support, and she gives so much supers and hypercharges back to the team, especially with the Buffys, right? So yeah, it's a great call, and we can see the players interacting with each other. They are pretty excited, and yeah, this is the first LAN event after years in India, which looks great so far, and I think it's well set up, Sarge.
Yeah, it looks amazing, and it feels amazing that so many people showed up for this LAN event. It shows how much of a craze we have in the Indian community, and I'm very excited to see so many people so eager to play, and they're all showing up for an event, even though they don't know others personally, but they're all so excited to have fun, just enjoy the game. And it's like everybody's showing up to the air game, and we're seeing players we haven't seen before come all the way to Delhi just to play, and it's very exciting to see this. It shows us how far the Indian scene has actually come.
Definitely, people are coming up from different regions of India, trying to give support to this game, trying to grow this community, trying to grow the Brawl Stars eSports community, the competitive community as well. So yeah, having said that, we have Snow Esports with a set equalization in the previous one. We can see one set each on both sides, and next up we're gonna head into another games draft soon. And it's not gonna give a much difference. It's not gonna be much surprising, I believe. We're gonna still see the most common bans we see in the current meta. We're still gonna see the same kind of brawlers getting picked up, and it actually makes sense. We are here in the draft, and we can will be seeing bans anytime soon. We can see the global ban for now once again, which is going to be Max, Bolt, and Damien. Bolt being banned from both sides shows up how annoying he is. There's not a Buffy brawler, but he's new to the edition. How strong is Bolt according to you, and is it just a troll brawler, or do you think it actually requires skill?
I feel like Bolt is very overrated, especially when it comes to competitive play. From what I've realized, it's a brawler which makes the game very messy. But there are a lot of counters to Bolt, such as Buzz, BB, basically any tank. So even though we're seeing a lot of Bolt being banned, I feel like in the future we might see some better teams, or someone at a higher level try to leave Bolt in just so that they can counter it, because again, it's a brawler which is definitely counterable. So yeah, but I'm also looking forward to see that brawler in play, because it hasn't been in competitive much more. We have seen it before only once, which is in the China LAN event. But other than that, we have never seen Bolt in play, so I'm very excited to see it in the future.
Definitely, he's new to the mix, and we haven't seen players taking up this problem much around. But we are going to see Meeple as the first pick, an open business, one of the most OG map in the game right now, and I think it makes sense with the Meeple pick. I don't know, I'm not a pro player, I'm no one to judge, but I think I personally like that pick, honestly. You have those balls, but we have Griff as well sometimes to take care of the balls as well. There are a lot of brawlers, and Meeple first pick, I don't know if it's a safe pick, but definitely pick I would go as well, considering that I'm a casual player as well. But let's have a look at the bans. We were able to see the global bans, now we have the general bans, which is going to be Surge, Grom, and Star Nova. Amazing brawlers to be banned out, very annoying to face. And we have Najia. Okay, we have Griff banned out. I was talking about Griff for the wall breaks. I think they were ready for it. They banned Griff so that they can pick Meeple. Do you think what kind of brawlers are you expecting, based on the first picks from both sides?
I would have expected a Grey into the Maple, if I be honest, especially because it's open business. I like the Charlie pick, but I think it's a little outdated, especially in this meta. But I've loved to see a Grey into the Maple. But I think Charlie will do wonders as well, just because of the pets that she deploys. We also have Lou. Lou is a very good tank counter, but I feel like it's pretty weak into Maple. So right now I'm expecting them to go through it, but they also need to go a shade counter if they end up doing so. But they end up with Bo. This is the second instance we're seeing of Bo, and it worked wonders for them the last game. So I wonder if it pans out like last game for them this time as well.
Definitely, but this time around it's going to be Flash Warriors picking up that brawler. And as you mentioned before, yeah, Charlie has those pets, she just spawns 3 spiders, which is going to be very, very annoying for the Meeples at times. And that's a great answer, especially when you don't have corner roughs with the sandbags, I believe. And yeah, we still have 2 more picks to go, and we're going to see a Penny that completes the draft for, Flash Warriors. And the turret is going to be hella annoying, right? She's just too good sometimes, but we still have 1 more pick left for Snow eSports, so hey, let's not call it a day for them already. And it's gonna be Kenji. They're gonna pick Kenji as their final fate for this draft. We can see the players ready, we can see the players logged in, and they're communicating with each other. I like how this is all set up, and the draft is it balanced, Serge?
I feel like the Kenji's team definitely has an advantage when it comes to draft, because they have Lou for zone time. So like you get a Lou super, even though if you have unfavorable matchups, you just throw it in the zone. So you get infinite amount of zone time. And I love the Kenji pick because it's so aggressive into Bo, Penny, Meeple. And I think all 3 of those are favorable matchups for Kenji. I would have liked to see a Shade because they don't have any Shade counter, and the Shade could have taken out the Penny turret. But I think Kenji will do wonders as well.
Definitely, he's an aggressive brawler. He has the aggression, he has the mobility, he has the slice and dice, which gives him healings as well if he connects them. He's gonna make some space for the team. Is gonna go aggressive on the Meeple, trying to get some shots connected. He will get a slice on him, getting a nice elimination. The Kenji will eventually have to waste some of his ammo to get rid of the turret. But having said that, we have another turret already deployed for the Penny, but she goes down and the turret goes down as well. Zone time is almost equalized right now, but there's gonna be a new super in the middle of the map, keeping things in control for the blue team, but a super coming up from Meeple as well. Slice and dice coming up from the Kenji. He uses his super, gets a nice kill, and he will back off. Not gonna risk, is just trying to make some nice consistent control. The mines are there in the middle, but Kenji is very capable of defusing them. There was no way for the Charlie to get rid of those, to dodge that, but a nice cocoon coming up from her as well right before dying. But the people will spawn eventually as well. Super is available for the Kenji, trying to make some space. He has to back off because there is a turret and they have to respect that.
Yeah, I love the way Sunny is navigating with this Kenji, and I also love the way the Penny is playing. Like, the Penny is getting the better of all lanes. Like, from the start of the game, I've been seeing the Penny get so many turrets, and now she has a hypercharge, so that's very well played by the Penny. And I also love the way Sunny is making so much pressure for his team. And we have a Lou hyper, a great connection onto the Bow, but a better box buy from the Meeple. And just because of that, even though they get a very good Lou hypercharge off, the box from the Meeple makes sure that they don't get punished for it. And yeah, just like that, we're tied up in percentages once again.
Indeed, and like it's a close goal so far, but the red team is making good control in the middle of the map. Lou trying to make some shots connected, but no, I think they are gonna be denied for now. A gadget coming in from Meeple, he has a super as well, Kenji trying to make some space, but it's not gonna be enough time. And the first game for Flash Warriors and the open business map.
Yeah, I think that's pretty unfortunate. I feel like the Kenji played amazing the entire game, but I feel like I hope we see more from the Charlie and the Lou. Again, it's pretty hard matchups from them, but I feel like if they just spread out more and they stay alive a little longer, it should be much easier for them to win. Because at one point, they were at a 70-20% lead, and from there it all spiraled downwards because they were just cycling deaths. So I feel like if they just play a lot more composed, they should end up winning the set.
Definitely, they still have the chance. The games were going close, so yeah, it's not over yet. They can still show up. They can still change the tables around. Having said that, we have 16% to 6% already. A nice gadget coming in from the Meeple in the middle of the map, and a super already for him charged up as well. Gonna get some value on the Kenji. Will get some connection. Bow Mines has been placed, but I think they'll be successfully diffused. But no, the connection was there, and Sunny doesn't know that, but he has the mobility. He has the speed. Will diffuse that one, and the turret already available for the Penny. A hypercharge for the bow as well, which is going to be devastating at times. You have to, focus on the dodgings as well, while getting some slice and dice. A nice kill from Kai is going to, keep things in control. Another turret available for the Penny. I love it. Like, she's just constantly getting more turrets. Every time a turret goes down, she has another. Bow mines after bow mines, which is very annoying. And the Kenji is not even getting space to, move in.
Yeah, I love the way Kaiser showed up. Like, first game it was definitely all a Penny show, but in this game, we see the bow show up as well. Like, the mines are providing so much value, and just within like 1 minute, he's had 2 hypercharges, and he's been holding them off so well. And just like that, we have a triple kill by the red team, and I think they end up winning this game.
Indeed, and this is going to be the second set for Flash Warriors. We can see the smiles on the players' face. They communicated side by side. We can see the audience as well, trying to engage with the players, trying to engage with the show. And yeah, it really makes me proud, It's just big, especially. It doesn't matter what scale, and what really matters is, the efforts, the love from the people as well, showing up, even if they're not playing, they're showing up to support this game, to support the competitive scene. Really makes me happy. But yeah, with that, we can see another set for Flash Warriors.
Yeah, they definitely played that extremely well, and I feel like they had the execution on point. So yeah, that's incredibly well played by them, and I'm looking forward to more games and what they do in the future.
Indeed, let's have a look at this legendary star up I have. What do you think I will get? Okay, so I'm just gonna open it right away. Okay, we're gonna get a Daryl skin, nice and easy. I think something better than nothing, right?
Yeah, it's an amazing Daryl skin. Yeah.
Indeed, but yeah, having said that, we are going to see the stats for once. I think you're a better person to break down this for us and for the audience watching us online or even offline in the LAN.
Okay, yeah. As I said, the Penny played phenomenally. Like, he got 13 kills while only dying 3 times, and even Kaiser showed up plenty of times. Like, we see him getting 8 kills while only dying once. We also see, like, if you notice, they get a lot more DPS as well, because although Sunny made a lot of space, it's like they did not have enough consistent damage. It's like so much easier to play Penny and Bow because of the splash shots, the bow mines, every single thing. So like, just because of that, they had more consistent damage, more zone time, and it ended up working out for them. And on the blue side, we see the Lu dying a lot. Like, we see all Sunny, we see all 3 of them dying a lot. So I feel like that's what ended up being the downfall, because at the end of the day, in hot zone, you have to stay in the zone. Like, you need to get zone time, and for that, you need to stay alive. So like, that's what the opponent team did, and just like that, they ended up winning the set.
Definitely, I like how every teammate has their own objective, getting done in the right way. We can see one of the teammate getting the most zone time. We can see one of the teammate getting the least deaths and the more more consistent control as well, and one of the teammate having the most kills. So yeah, that was definitely teamwork. We saw the first game, it was definitely a Penny show, as you mentioned before, and the next game we saw the bow coming into the play as well, shining with the bow mines, and I think it was really great to keep the control on. Having said that, there were the bow mines in the middle, and the Meeple was throwing his gadget, blocking the way. So whenever they were trying to come, they couldn't even dodge the bow mines well. So yeah, they were trapped. The only way for them was to just get back, just to back off, and they were getting just caught by the bow mines, which was basically free kills.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like the bow got a lot of value. Like as I mentioned earlier, the bow got 2 hypercharges within 1 minute, which is pretty insane for any player because getting hypercharged that quickly, that definitely makes a world of a difference, especially with how broken bow's hypercharge is. Like once you get the bow hypercharge, the shots are so fast and they're basically undodgeable. So yeah, Kaiser definitely showed up in game 2, and we saw the Penny definitely dominate in game 1. So I feel like they all played holistically very well, and I feel like that's the reason they won the set.
Indeed, and yeah, having said that, they were the winner of the previous game. Congratulations for Flash Warriors for winning that one. But now we are going to be witnessing anti-DM versus I don't know how to pronounce that. That's Binder or Base DM. Okay. So yeah, we can see the players getting ready. They are standing and they're trying to come in front of the camera. So yeah, it's fun to watch these players. You know, everyone wants to engage, right? Everyone wants to show up, and you know, we can see like many people, like even elder people, adults, showing up in the audience as well. You know, trying to show some love and support to the team, to the the organizers, to the show, to the LAN, which really makes it even more special. And for the first time after so many years, I think this is gonna make a great impact in the Indian competitive scene.
Yeah, this just shows that Brawl is for everyone. Like we see people from all regions, from all age groups coming around. That really shows that Brawl is definitely like a game which you can play with anyone at any given point of time. So I'm very excited to see such a good show up, and I feel like it really shows how the Indian scene has been gradually improving. Like we're having a LAN event now for such a long time, and even though it's been such a long time, we've seen such a good amount of people show up. Like everybody's so excited, they're all looking so happy, so eager to play, and yeah, that definitely gives me a glimpse of what's to come in the future.
Definitely. And before we head on to our next game, Sergeant, once again, congratulations for qualifying for the Istanbul LAN finals in September. I want to ask you, how are you preparing for it? Is it like are you grinding more, maybe more than before? And like, what are your new strategies? Are you trying to experiment with new ones or something?
Okay, if I be honest, we've been on a vacation since we've qualified, but that's because I feel like you always need to get a break after you've qualified and just enjoy the time you get off. But yeah, we're definitely looking to win Istanbul. Like we had such a good finish last year, and we're expecting to comfortably win challengers, and I hope that comes true. So yeah, we're definitely going to start grinding the game a lot more, and I hope we can get India and CESA as a general on a map further.
Definitely. And I also want to ask, maybe a lot of viewers have this question in their mind. Is there a new specific brawler that is, with which you're getting comfortable with and you're like trying to get adapted with more recently?
Not really, no. It's like I always try to get my brawler picks off my team. So like we always try to play stuff we're comfortable with. So like we don't plan to change what we're good with. But yeah, if we see the meta change, like our team is very good when it comes to adapting. So yeah, we're gonna focus on whatever the meta demands of us, and we're gonna make sure we live up to the expectations.
Yeah, good luck with that, Sergeant. But yeah, having said that, we are going to head into another match, which is going to be there in like a minute or so. And in this one, we can actually discuss about the meta more, because what guidance would you give to any casual player, any legendary 3-peak player to move on to Masters? What's the best way, apart from, obviously buffies are the main thing, but is there a specific thing that you would like to guide these players around?
I would tell everyone to just play what they're comfortable with. I feel like that isn't stressed on enough, but like you should always play something you're good with. It's like you see a lot of videos going around, or a lot of players playing stuff, like you see Angel Boy playing Mina, you see me playing Trunk. It's like people get influenced by that stuff. I don't think you should necessarily be influenced by that stuff, because it's like everybody has something they're good with. Everybody has a play style they're very good with. So I feel like you should always play with what you're comfortable with. So like if you're good with sharpshooters, try to see the best sharpshooter on the map. If you're good with tanks, just go with that. If you're good with assassins, just go with that. So like always play to your strengths, and always like do the best you can, and it will work out.
Beautifully said, Sergeant, because I believe there are a lot of players who actually fear playing their own, favorite brawlers or comfortable picks, because they probably think, hey, if I don't pick the brawler, which is in the meta, I'll definitely lose, and I think sometimes it's okay to play the meta. It's mostly important to pick up the meta picks, but I think it's sometimes better to pick the comfort picks, even if you have the meta picks available. Do you think it's a great idea to pick a brawler like that?
Yeah, definitely. You can pick meta brawlers, but again, you should obviously pick meta brawlers. But if you're not comfortable with them, it's like you might not perform to the level which you possess. So like, you should always try to pick stuff you're comfortable with. Again, if it's a meta brawler which is good in the given matchup, then you should go with that. But otherwise, you should always look at your own comfort picks.
Now with that, we're gonna see the next matchup getting held on Hard Rock Mine, which is another OG map as a gem grab map. But we can see the global bans coming up from the first team, which is gonna be Star Nova and 8-bit. Pretty interesting. Star Nova, we're getting to see a lot of bans on her already. We saw one pick, so we're basically seeing Star Nova in some way or the other in the equation, right? Getting picked up, banned. Same with 8-bit, same with Damien for some reason. We saw Damien in global ban every time, and now we have Bolt once again in the global.
Yeah, Damien is a brawler which I feel like any skill can play. So like, no matter how, even if you're new to the game, I feel like Damien is one of those brawlers you can definitely learn very quick. It's not a very hard brawler to play, and I feel like it's one of those brawlers which can make the game very complicated. It's like it can change the tides of the game at any given point of time. So I guess I see the reason why casual does not want it in play. Similarly with Bolt, it's a brawler which can change the tides of the game at any given point of time. So that's why I think they ban that stuff. And then we see pretty standard bans from anti-DM. They just don't want buffies or Star Nova in play. Again, Star Nova, a very good brawler, like definitely a top 5 brawler in this meta. So yeah, I think they just want to play less broken and less chaotic brawlers.
Okay, and I also want to ask, when it comes to the global ban, which is Star Nova, which is Damien, which is Bolt, and I really want to ask, if let's say these were not banned, even 8-bit, if they were not banned, if they were picked, what are the brawlers for all the respective brawlers that you would go for? And let's keep Otis aside for Damien, because I know Otis one of the best Damien counter, like I've said, heard people saying that. Let's say even Otis is out of the equation and we have a Damien pick from the enemy team. What are the picks that really make sense?
so awesome!
Into Star Nova, in general, I would go tanks, because tanks are very good in Star Nova. Into 8-bit, I would go stuff which does not feed the 8-bit. So like brawlers like Penny, Squeak, any brawler which can take out the turret and not feed the 8-bit. Into Damien, I would just go any tank counter. So like we have Chester, we have Ems. We can also go other tanks, like anything which has enough DPS and can contest the Damien in a one-on-one or can feed off the Damien. I would go that. And into Bolt, again, I think you just need to go tanks.
Okay, and yeah, we can see a Squeak pick coming up along with a Surge. I'm kind of surprised that Surge was open. It's so good in the meta, and yeah, it really made sense for me to see him getting picked up first. And it doesn't make sense for me to see him not in the bans. But yeah, we have Genji, BB, and Rico banned in Hard Rock Mine, whereas we have Crow, Cyrus, and Colette, which are decent bans. I like the Crow and Colette ban a lot, because I think they're pretty strong, especially Crow is very annoying. He can scout crosses, he can deny your healings at times, and it's very annoying. If he gets his hypercharge, it's he has team wide potential as well.
Back on the grind.
Okay, we have a Edgar pick as well as Otis. So I think Otis is a great brawler. He can still shut down the Edgar if played right. Then we have a Bo. Okay, so we're getting to see Bo every time. We saw Bo getting picked every time. So yeah, this is a casual lobby, and I think Bo is a very popular pick so far for the casuals.
Yeah, like you don't usually see Bo pick that much in competitive because it's so easy to dodge Bo mines. But again, since it's a casual lobby, I feel like casuals don't know how to dodge Bo mines that well. And we see a Bull pick. I love the Bull pick because it's so good into Edgar, so good into Bo. It's bad into Surge, but I feel like it can definitely turn the tides of the game at any given point of time. It has game-winning potential. But at the same time, I really love the draft of the Bo, Surge, Edgar, because again, Surge is one of the most broken brawlers in the game, if not the most broken. And then you have Edgar for the Squeak and the Otis. So it's like a very well-rounded comp for the Surge team.
Yeah, I think he should get a lot of opportunities to hit more shots and get his hypercharge quick. And if he gets his hypercharge, then it's basically game over if played rightly, right? So yeah, we can see the players getting ready, and I actually see them swiping the fingers on the screen. So probably the game has started, and yes, we are going to jump into the first match of this set. It's going to be Gem Grab Hard Rock Mine, and we are not going to see any elimination so far. Monkey D. Lively getting some connections, but he goes down instantly. The Squeak, a jump coming up from the Surge. He has to back off. He gets a kill on the Bull as well. Edgar in a very cheeky position, and he has to go down. Monkey D. Lively is going to come back, trying to get some gems once again on the top of his head. Otis is actually creating good control, but I don't see much dodges coming in from the bow as well. Surge doing a great job indeed, to be very honest. He's maintaining his lane, is maintaining the distance, he's respecting the distance, and he already has his hypercharge, Surge.
Yeah, that's incredibly broken because now that the Surge is hypercharged, an insane kill by the Surge on the Otis, and just like that, he presses his hypercharge, gets a very good kill on the bow, and he gets the kill on the Squeak as well. So incredibly well played by the Surge. Unfortunately, the Otis ends up missing his mute, and I think that might cost him the game. Yeah, and just like that, although the Otis team had such a good and advantageous position, just one Surge playing well and a Surge hyper, it turned the tide so much. The Bull with an amazing kill, and he gets 2 gems back, and he's running back to his spawn. So yeah, they cannot have the countdown anymore, and like, it's a pretty even game now because they don't have any more controls. So I feel like the red team should be able to come back now.
I mean, they should be, but the way the Surge is connecting his shots every time, I think he'll end up getting his hypercharge once again. A very nice slowdown coming in from the Squeak. He was slowing down all 3 opposing team, and a nice game coming up from the red team. They gets a team wipe, but it's gonna be a splash damage once again from the Squeak. The gems were dropped, the countdown was reset. Edgar jump, is it gonna be enough for the reset? No, the Bull has the 10 gems. He's the only kill that they need. Is it gonna be enough for the 6 seconds? I don't think so. And a nice early kill as well. A trade, but it's not gonna be enough equalize and reset the gems, and the red team is going to be the first one taking up the victory.
Yeah, I feel like the Surge played amazingly the entire game. It's pretty unfortunate that they lost all their gems. The Otis hit a very nice hypercharge move onto the Edgar, which ended up the Edgar dying, and then the Surge went low to the Squeak slow. So yeah, very well played by the red team. Like, they used all the utility properly, and they used it all together. And the Bull just came in, got the gems, and was able to go away. At the end, it came very close because we saw the Bull getting stunned by the bow mine, and he was only 200 HP. And the Edgar almost got the kill, but fortunately for the Bull, he was able to kill the Edgar, and just like that, they end up winning game 1.
Definitely, I think they can carry out a better game this time around. I mean, Surge, he was the man in the game, especially for his team. I think I only saw the Surge doing all the interactions. I only see him, I only saw him, popping up for his team. But this time around, he has to do something. He has to carry, he has to do something for the team if he has to win. Doesn't matter in which way or the other. But yeah, a win is a win, and it's going to be favoring to the red team. I think the Bull really made a difference, as you rightly mentioned before. Surge is the only problem for the Bull, but he managed to, just run with the super, just dodge the supers and the hypercharge as well. In the last seconds, he was able to survive, and there was a trade at the end we saw. So yeah, I think that was rightly defended. It was very well done this time around. But yes, we're gonna head into the second game of this very first set. We can already see a countdown. Unfortunate enough, we didn't get to see the game itself, but this time around we can see Monkey D. having 8 gems. The Bull trying to make some plays. Hypercharge is there for the bow as well, and 1 second was enough for the blue team. Unfortunate enough, we didn't really get to see the game. But yeah, I think it was pure dominance this time around. We can see the players are pretty relaxed this time around. They're looking at each other, and it's fun to see, interacting around. And wow, I think I really wish if I would get to see that game.
Yeah, as we see, the Surge team this time got a comfortable victory. Like, they only won the game within like a minute. So yeah, this definitely showed the dominance they had in game 1. and they were able to close it out comfortably this game. So I expect them to do the same the third game. And yeah, we saw the Surge get so much value. The Bull unfortunately did get his hypercharge, but it was too late and he was too low, so he could not get a game-winning play. So yeah, definitely I feel like if they continue with this momentum, they should be able to win this game as well.
I mean, indeed, and the red team has to pull up with something this time around, just like in the first game. Like, they were losing in the first game as well. The Surge was really cooking, and I think we didn't really get to see the previous game, but I believe Surge was again, the one popping off and, letting the bow pick up the gems, because I didn't really see the bow dodging well, honestly, and, he was having 8 gems, so I think Surge was the room maker this time around, keeping the bull behind, getting his range early. If he gets the range, I think even if you don't have the hypercharge, it really makes easy. It really makes easy for the Surge to just dive in.
Yeah, the Surge is playing phenomenally well. Like we've seen him in game 1 as well. Like he had them spawn trap the entire game, and towards the end of the second game, we saw him get another hypercharge, and it's like he's using his gadgets perfectly. He's making sure he stays alive with his form. So yeah, that's definitely very well played by the Surge, and I feel like if they continue with the momentum, they will win game 3 as well. But yeah, I feel like if the Bull just sneaks up into their spawn once and just makes sure that the Surge is away from him, so like he has very free matchups into both the bow and the Edgar. So yeah, I look forward to seeing that.
I can't wait to see the third game as well. I think we can see the celebrations for the team coming up already. Is it a set already? I don't know which team has just won, and unfortunate enough, if I'm guessing it right, we didn't get to see the third game as well, which is unfortunate enough. I don't know if there's anything with the server, but yeah, the set is over as the information I'm getting from the backend team. Yeah, we can see, we could already see that from the players celebrating it, keeping the tablet away. We didn't get to see that, but I'm pretty sure the Surge Code once again is a meta brawler, and he was getting all the opportunities. He was getting the Bull. Bull was the one feeding him every time, and Surge really made good use of it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we end up seeing the Surge team win. Unfortunately, we did not get to see the game, but yeah, even in the first game, it was a very dominant game by them. Unfortunately, they lost all their gems to a hypercharge Otis and a very good Squeak Slow. But yeah, after that, we ended up seeing them come back in the next 2 games. So I feel like they realized that they definitely have comp and they're playing it a lot better. So yeah, they just looked onto their mistakes and they ended up winning the set.
And that's what you gotta do. You have to look for your mistakes, and you have to make sure that you don't repeat them this time around. And yeah, this is gonna be the next drop for the next game mode, which is gonna be I believe it's gonna be Layer Cake. Yes, it's gonna be Layer Cake, and we can see the draft and the bans already. Let's have a look at the bans real quick. It's gonna be Fang, Mortis, and Kenji. 3 assassin brawlers, and I like that quite a lot. But wait, we have Leon, Edgar, and Trunk from the enemy side. We have Surge pick once again. Surge, I'm kind of surprised, like they're not banning it and like leaving it open. Like, wow, we already getting to see a Surge pick already. Having said that, we have a Tech as well as a Spike. Do you really think Spike is in the meta? Because I do see a lot of players picking Spike even in legendary lobbies. But is it really good, or it's just it's just casual spec?
I think Spike can definitely work. Like I've seen some competitive players picking it. It is very good into Surge. Like it's always been one of the best counters to Surge. So picking that into Surge is a very good choice. And they also ended up going Tick. So Tick is a very squishy brawler. So like into Tick, you see teams go assassins and basically brawlers which can stick up. And Spike is very good into those brawlers. So I really like that synergy between those 2 brawlers. And into that, they ended up going Carl and Buster. I do not agree with the Buster pick, but I really love the Carl pick. Carl has gotten like 2 major buffs this update, and yeah, that should prove beneficial for them. And then we ended up seeing a Griff pick. Griff with the new change to his star power makes him very strong. And yeah, if I had to go off drafts alone, I feel like the Carl comp is a lot easier to play. So I would prefer their comp, especially because they have a Surge as well.
Indeed, and like Carl is also popping off in the recent meta. We have seen that Brawler getting a nice buff this time around. But let's jump into the first game of Layer Cake, which is a bounty game mode. We are gonna see the race for the blue star first, and after that we're gonna see who is gonna be the passive one, who's gonna be the aggressive one. We have a tick, which is gonna be very annoying at times, and we are going to see a spike, which is gonna be annoying as well with the curveballs. So yeah, the blue team is really going for the annoying comp. I'm not quite sure what really happened there, if that was a misclick. I don't know what really was that Griff gadget there, but okay, that might be a accidental play there. But let's see. The Carl is pretty low. He has to back off and he has to dodge well that around, because there's a super coming up from Spike keeping him behind. But I think he will eventually find space and go back to regen on time. But yeah, I think the blue team is creating much better control, and this is not the time you're gonna get. You definitely don't want to get spawn trap, but I think that was a nice counter. He got traded, but I think he a little bit made an opportunity for the red team to create space for the team to come up once again, but it didn't really happen. And now is the time. The thick head is there. The Buster is trying to make the room for the team, but they're still not able to come up.
That's very well played by the Buster. Like, he made sure that they did not get spawn trapped, and just because of that, the blue team could not punish them properly. I feel like they could have definitely gotten more kills over there, but yeah, unfortunately they aren't able to. Unfortunately, the Buster misses another hook, and because of that, I feel like they will be getting cornered a lot more. The Surge is in a very precarious spot, especially with the tick shooting him all the time. The Surge is trying to walk up, which I think might be a mistake because now he's low. But we see the Carl with the hypercharge, and I wonder if he's on the gadget, which I think he should be on the flying hook because he does have the blue star. So yeah, we might see him going on to the tick later in the game.
Indeed, hypercharger will for the Buster. He will trying to protect his team. They are backed off. 8 seconds of the clock. Do or die situation. 2 kills. But wait, we have 9 stars. But the blue star is going to be the one giving them the lead as the tiebreaker. And no one is going to get the last kills to equalize, to get the lead back. And the blue star is going to cost them one game already.
Yeah, that's so unfortunate because I feel like they played phenomenally well the entire game. But unfortunately, they ended up going down towards the end. So yeah, just because of that ended up costing them the game. I feel like it could have been anyone's game at the end. But the interactions made it so that they ended up with the blue star. Like, if you notice, the people who were alive, they did not have the blue star on top of them, so it means that the spike or I think the tick got a very lucky interaction due to which he had the blue star even though he died, and just like that they ended up losing game 1. We see this time around that the blue team gets the blue star first, which is very interesting to me because they have a card with hook. But just like that, we see the Surge already level 3 and getting a kill, and he's pushing up very hard, and he gets a very good kill on Luffy, and then jumps on some buff, and he wants more on King. He goes very aggressive, which I think might have been a mistake, but the Buster comes in to clean up after him.
Map is opening up, and the Surge needed his range, but he died there. It's definitely gonna cost him a level. I don't know why the spike is just running out of nowhere. A super coming in from the Buster as well. The tech head is also down. The blue team manages to stay alive just on time, keeping themselves alive, not giving the blue star lead once again. I'm sorry, the blue star is already there for the red team. I think all they got to do is just, dodge well, maintain, respect the distance. I don't know why the Surge dived in, but a nice hook from the Buster is going to give them a nice elimination. 13 stars on the head along with the blue star. 9 for the blue. They have to do something in the last 30 seconds, and I think they can actually do something around if Monkey D. Luffy gets his hypercharge for the Carl, gets the knockback. He couldn't complete his super while being hypercharged. 18 seconds of the clock. They have to do something. Surge is trying to make some play. A tech super. He's gonna pop his shield, but he has to go down. His was trapped. But 8 seconds of the clock. We can see the Buster pulling up the hypercharge on the line, but 18 stars for the red team is gonna give them a nice win and a GG game.
Yeah, that was so close towards the end. Like, the Buster was only 1500 HP when he survived that. And on top of that, we see the Buster playing a phenomenal game. Like, he didn't die a single time that game. And I feel like he has been holding his team very well together. Like, he's been making sure even if they die, he gets the trades. And he's been playing phenomenally well the entire set. And just because of him, they make sure that they ended up winning that round.
indeed. Like, you definitely don't wanna lose stars in the beginning itself, and give that early nice lead. And as you mentioned before, there was an interaction when the tech got lucky. Like, basically, you die first, but the mines that you throw gets a kill after you die, so you get the stars back. In fact, you get more stars back because just before that they got a kill, they have more stars, and right after dying you get that kill, luckily giving you extra stars there. So it was a lucky interaction there as well. And there was some nice games. They were getting spawn trapped a lot of times. The Buster was trying to make control. He was trying to get his team on the back line once again, but I think they didn't really manage to do so every time. The Surge really went aggressive, even when it was not necessary. He could have just saved his super to dodge Tech's head, or just dodge the mines. But yeah, he ended up jumping on the Tech, hypercharged Tech mines as well, which actually deal 4k damage per shot. So it's massive, and it was a win.
Yeah, that's phenomenally well played by the Buster team. And unfortunately, we're not hopping to the game, I think, because of some server issues. But yeah, I feel like if it goes on like this, I think the Buster team should be able to win this comfortably, because the Surge is playing phenomenally well. Like, he's making so much space for his team. They have the card, we can get the lead. So we have the Spike and the Tick need to push up into them. And I feel like pushing up into a card and Buster is a very hard task, especially for brawlers like Spike and Tick. So yeah, they might be able to chip them out as the game goes on. But in general, if the Surge plays like he's been playing in game 1 and 2, he should be able to make enough pressure for his team and push them back into the spawn.
I mean, yeah, but this is the name of the game. You have to do something. You have to put value. You have to give value to your team as well. We can see the happiness on the players' faces. I think the match has ended there as well. The shaking hands, and yeah, that shows the respect. This eSportsmanship, if we had to give it a word. And it is really nice to see players interacting like that. It really makes me happy this time around. Face to face, it's fun. And I think the more people joining, it really encourages the players as well on the stage. It makes them feel that they're on to something. And yeah, I think it's pretty good. And huge shout out to the winners.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised that the Spike and the Tick team were able to pull up that win, considering how dominant the Surge and the Buster team were, both game 1 and game 2. But again, I feel like they almost lost both games at the end, so I think that's what might have happened in the third game as well. Or they might have just played a lot more passive, given the Surge less value, or the Surge just wouldn't have gotten as much value as he got in game 1 and game 2. And just like that, we see them win both sets. And we see Surge losing out once, which I did not expect. But yeah, I think they just countered it well, made sure he did not get value, and that's how they ended up winning the series.
Yeah, and let's break down the stats. Let's break down the mess we got to see, especially from the team that actually was creating all the mess. Imagine the tech shots, imagine the curveballs, imagine the Griff supers and the gadgets. So annoying, and I think the annoyingness also led them to the victory, kind of, because it was not easy. It was not an easy job to dodge all that thing, and even if you do for a lot of times, getting hits, after some times around, it really gets hard to just heal in general. And as a Surge, when you don't have range in the beginning and the map is opening up, you really tend to struggle to get your supers and hypercharge in general. Buster, he gets a super and hypercharge automatically when you stay around the teammates, but he still doesn't have that range. He really needs that team support. He really needs his teammate to make someone low so that he can hook and get nice easy kills. Carl, on the other hand, I was actually expecting more of him, but unfortunate enough for him, he was just getting knocked back by the Griff catches and Tech heads.
Yeah, and we also see the Surge dying a lot. Like, he only got 4 kills and died 7 times. We see the Buster having a more consistent carry. And even the Carl, I feel like the Carl could have done a lot more. Like, it was not a very hard game to play Carl, but I feel like they used the Tick heads, the Spike supers, and the Griff super all phenomenally well to make sure the Carl did not get much value. And I feel like they must have just chipped out the opponent team and made sure that they were always low, and they ended up winning at the end.
Definitely. I really like how the call plays were being denied with the knockbacks. But yes, can we see the dominance from the other team this time around as well? It's going to be anti-DM, which is going to take 2 sets in a row, getting nice and easy win over casuals. And yeah, like it was a nice game. You know, it's a LAN event. The pressure, I mean, it's a different story when you sit back home, relax, you know, playing in a in your comfort zone in a cozy space, and you know, just playing the match arenas or you know any event in general, or even just the game in general. You don't really feel that pressure. But now, if you're standing on the stage and you know you have people gathered around watching you on the TVs and online as well, I think that kind of makes makes more pressure on them, especially especially considering the fact that they're not exposed to this kind of environment much.
Yeah, definitely. And I also feel like, although it's a LAN event, I feel like it's more inclusive in the sense we have all Indian players playing. So like I feel like there's a sense of familiarity between them, and I definitely feel because of that we see less nerves compared to actual LAN events in which we see the entire world play. But I think that's the beauty of this event. We have everybody. A close knitted community all coming together, just playing to their best abilities, and we see plenty of new faces and all of them enjoying and having a good time.
Yeah, definitely. But we are going to see the next matchup, which is going to be Moon Sphinx versus Worst Generations. Okay, we are getting to see some nice creative names this time around once again as well. But yes, we have the global bans, and we can see Star Nova getting banned once again. This brawler is always there, Sergeant, in some way or the other in the equation, right? Either as a ban, either as a pick. But yeah, once again, she's in the ban. Bolt as well. And you know, every time in the global ban, not even in the general ban. So yeah, Star Nova and Bolt are going out of the equation, you know, from the blue team point of side. And whereas we're gonna see which brawlers are gonna be getting banned in the next one from the other team. But now we have some familiar faces, Sergeant. We have Ash King, Dodim, and we have Mazan playing this time around.
Yeah, these are definitely more of the well-known names in the Indian community. Like Ash King, as we know, qualified for the Challenger Finals in Turkey. Then we have Muzan, who used to be in one of the best teams in the region. We also have Dodim, which is more of a new face, but he's also considered semi-pro in the region. One of the up-and-coming pros. So yeah, they're definitely one of the teams I'm looking forward to play. And we see the same global bans from both the teams, which is quite interesting because they left all the buffies in play, but they just banned the brawlers, which you don't usually see pick that much, but they can show up in times when you don't expect them. Like Star Nova, Bolt, you don't necessarily know how to counter them properly. Like Star Nova is a very hard brawler to counter, even though you can go tanks. There's always that outplay potential, and then Bolt is a brawler which can change the tides of the game at any given point in time. But I think this is the first time we're seeing Damien not global banned, so it'll be pretty interesting to see what happens when that brawler is in play.
Definitely, and I think the competition level will be more this time around. We have some familiar faces, as we mentioned before. We have some pros and semi-pros in the equation, and not quite sure about their opposing team, but they have to pull up with something, Sergeant, this time, because I'm pretty sure they're familiar with whom they're facing this time around. We saw the global bans. Yeah, they were the common bans from both sides. It's going to be Star Nova and Bolt. Funny enough, like they were doing, you know, everyone was just banning these brawlers around or just picking in general. Bolt being banned every time. Yeah, quite interesting. Quite funny to see that no one really wants them in the equation, like even the pro, right? So yeah, it really makes sense to me because they're definitely very annoying. And you know, in gem grab, she can just steal the gems sometime around. You know, he can, the Bolt can just throw in. He can just team vibes as well. You know, whenever he see anyone getting low. Gonna head into the draft very soon. We are waiting for the general bans as well as the normal picks coming in. What do you expect? Like, I hate to say this, no hate to any team, but I think it's already looking good for Worst Generation. They're very strong already, and this might be in their favor with a, O2 set.
Yeah, definitely. They have the more experience and the more well-known players. But at the same time, I've seen multiple upsets, especially in the Indian region. So you can never count a team out. So, but in general, yeah, I would also favor worst generation because yeah, they do have the more well-known players who've been to LAN events, players who have represented India internationally, and we also have more up-and-coming players in their team. So yeah, I'm definitely looking towards worst generation, and I think they should win with a 2-0 sweep.
Yeah, they should be able to.
Nice
but let's
piece
not
of
forget, things to change around every time, and sometimes actually, we can see the first pick getting picked up by worst generation, which is gonna be okay. It's actually mood swing. I think they have changed it. I'm not quite sure about which one was correct. I think this should be the correct one, and if it's the mood swings are gonna be
Money
the
is
one
always
picking up
right.
Crow. And now, Surgeon, we also have the bands that we can see this time around. But wait, before looking at the bands, we can already see Griff and Pearl getting picked up. It's Crystal Arcade. It's a gem grab map. Do you really think Pearl really is a great pick? I think she's good in knockout sometimes, but do you think she's good in gem grab? And also, can you break down the bands?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like Pearl is one of the brawlers which has definitely been showing up a lot. Like if you see in EMEA, NA, multiple other regions, it's one of the most highly picked brawlers because of how long you can stay alive, and it's like a very well-rounded brawler. And we also see them picking up a Griff. Again, got a buffer in star power, a very broken star power now. And we see worst generation banning 8-bit Damien Carl. I like the 8-bit ban because the opponents had first pick. The Carl ban seems quite interesting to me because I feel like it's a very easy brawler to counter. And then a Damien ban. So I feel like they ban Damien to make sure the game is not that messy. And then we see Mood Swings ban 8-bit Surge Star Nova. So we see 8-bit ban both ways, which is quite interesting. Because I feel like if they have the first pick, they should not be banning 8-bit Surge Star Nova. So I think the bans might be opposite, because the bans which Mood Swings have done usually look like bans you do when the opponent has first pick. But since they had first pick, they look very interesting to me. And we see them ban Star Nova both as a global ban and a normal ban, so that might be a mistake. But yeah, and then into that they ended up going Otis and Spike. I love Spike and Otis, both in the Griff and Pearl. They look very vulnerable to like Squeak or Penny, and yeah, we ended up seeing a Squeak. So yeah, that's a very well-rounded draft by both the teams. But if I were to choose one, I would just favor worst generation's draft because of the Pearl and the Squeak, and again the Griff with the new broken star power.
Definitely, I like the draft as well. You have that area control with the Squeak as well. Getting rid of that, gadget coming up from the Spike is very annoying most of the times, right? You can just block shots, and Squeak is able to take down turrets and all that kind of thing very easily. Nice answer to that. And yeah, as you mentioned before, it's quite funny to see that despite having the first pick, Mood Swing and those brawler that they could have picked, but okay, they probably had some kind of plans in the mind already. But let's look at the match. It's gonna be the gem grab first game of the set. So far so good. It's gonna be 2 gems on Mazan's head as a Pearl. There's gonna be the gem carrier in the middle of the map, whereas Otis is gonna be the one in the center as well for the opposing team. Nice kill coming in on the Crow, and the Spike goes down as well by Ash. The gadget is there by the Griff, but okay, they were able to make some nice control, nice shots coming in from the Squeak as well. Looks easy enough. Dodim getting the kills, and the gems were dropped by Muzan, but I think Dodim will actually wait. Okay, never mind. He's gonna pick all the gems, and I think it doesn't really matter at this point, right? Because it's gonna be the countdown soon anyways, and Pearl can actually go more aggressive to help. There's a Crow jump. Not sure why he jumped there. Okay, they wanted to get that kill. It makes sense now, but I thought he could have just jumped on the one having all the gems. But okay, it could have been risky, but the blue team starts with the countdown already. 15 seconds on the clock. Is it gonna be enough for the red team to gain control back, getting the reset? They just need one kill on any of those ones, all of them.
Yeah, definitely. We see the Otis getting bullied in the middle because it feels like the Otis is struggling against the Squeak, which I would expect to happen. So yeah, the Squeak last week is definitely doing wonders for the red team. And on top of that, we see them, like the Squeak picking up the gems when the Pearl goes down. And we see the Griff holding his lane phenomenally well as well. So it's like it's such a well-rounded comp from them. It's like none of them can contest the Squeak. And just because of that, they've been pushed back into the spawn like the entirety of the game. And due to that, it feels so hard for them to push forwards. It's like it's so hard for them to contest the squeak. And if they can't take the squeak out, the mid is struggling as well. So it's like they're losing all 3 lanes just because of one brawler.
Yeah, I think they were like able to maintain their spots very well in the previous game as well. They're gonna try. Muzan will try to not fall this time around. Squeak is actually getting so many nice connections on the right hand side of the map. The gadget from Griff. Interesting gadget choice from Griff as well. Ash is not going for the wall break, and I think that is okay. Like after all, Pearl, despite having that range, despite having that damage, just tanky. I think she needs wall at times, and she has the wall break mechanism as well anyways. Just one gem required for Muzan to head back off to the spawn, get that nice 15-second timer on top of the team, and yes, that might be the first set, I believe.
Yeah, definitely. We see the Squeak dominating his lane just like game 1, and we see Ashking holding his lane, even though I feel like the lane for Ashking is pretty hard, but he's playing it phenomenally well. And we also see Muzan this time not dying with the gem, and they comfortably win both games without letting the other team have any chance of winning it. So yeah, I definitely like the way they played this set, and I feel like if they continue with this momentum, we might see a similar result in game 2.
I mean, definitely, Sergeant, and it's looking easy for them. Like it's like a cakewalk, but I'm expecting. It's not just the expectations. I want the other team to show up something as well, to show some competition as well, because I want it to be more chaotic. I love chaos. Brawl Stars is not fun when there's no chaos, right? I just don't want blunt games. But yeah, it's gonna be the next game mode anytime soon, and I really want to see a Brawl Ball. Honestly, like I miss Brawl Ball right now.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like we've only been seeing set 2s today. Like the first set went all the way, but apart from that, we see teams completely win, even though it's like they don't have unfavorable matchups. So it's like we're seeing a lot more mechanics come into play, and just because of that, we see teams perform exceptionally well. And yeah, the Squeak pick definitely did wonders for them, because it was like they played it phenomenally well, and like it was a very good matchup for them as well. And I'm hoping to see another similar, like last pick has always been the stronger pick, like been counter the entire draft, and just because of that, we see them perform exceptionally well, and I wonder if this will follow up into the next game.
Yeah, the last pick is very valuable. Like it defines the draft. It is the final polish to the draft, right? And it actually shows that which team has that favor, right? So we can see the players getting ready and kind of holding the devices in a position that the game is probably going to start anytime soon. I think they're getting logged in right now. They have to do something. So the draft is going to be very soon. We can see the bans coming up. Interesting enough, we're gonna see Stu banned out from both sides. It's gonna be Shade, Griff, Surge, and Damien getting banned out as a first pick on 8-bit. Wow, it's Brawl Ball now, and we're gonna see 8-bit. I think, irrespective of the game mode, is pretty good everywhere right now, Surge.
Yeah, I'm quite interested to see that Max has not been picked. Like, I would definitely like to see a Max first pick over an 8-bit, because Max in general in Brawl Ball has always been one of the best brawlers, because it can provide hypercharges to your teammates. It provides so much positioning.
Justice makes a splash.
You also have the double gadget with just so much. So yeah, in general, I would have loved to see a Max pick, but we're seeing a Pierce into 8-bit. Again, Pierce is one of the hardest counters to 8-bit, so I don't mind that pick. But I'm quite surprised that no one's picking Max, even though it's such a favorable matchup. And I would love to see them go like a anti-tank or an anti-throw right now. Like something like a Nita, Sandy, or even a Ruffs. Like Ruffs would feed off the 8-bit phenomenally well, but they would be vulnerable to tanks. So yeah, I prefer them going like a Spike, a Nita, anything they're comfortable with, which can counter the aggression which Upco is gonna bring. But they ended up going Meeple, which I don't really like, because it feels like it's such a free Ruffs game now for mood swings. But again, Ruffs might be a two-edged sword, because if they're going Ruffs, they might break open the map, which I think might spell out doom for them. But they ended up going Kit. Kit is one of Ashley's best brawlers. Okay, they ended up going Kit and Dynamite. I think these are more troll picks, if I be honest. But yeah, I don't really know what to say, but I would like to see a Colt or a wall breaker from the side of Worst Generation, because then they'll definitely have a chance to beat the opponent team.
Back on the
like,
grind.
it's okay. That makes sense too. So like we have an Edgar. Oh, you can just jump around. I'm not quite sure. I've heard people saying that Edgar is a good counter to 8-bit. I don't know if that's a yes or no from you, but yeah, we have heard matchup for Edgar already, and I think that was a free win. Like that's a free pick for Edgar. You have Dyna in the opponent. You have Kit. You have 8-bit. I think that's free for Edgar.
Yeah, but I definitely would have preferred a wall break, because once you break the wall, the Dyna has no space to move around. You can see where the kid's coming from, and on top of that, you have the 8-bit turret behind the wall. So like if you have a cold, you can just make sure that the 8-bit does not have places to place his turret, and they have a Pearson people in their team. So that definitely would have been a better pick in my opinion. But yeah, Edgar again does wonders against Dynamite, so yeah, that might work out for them as well. But as we see, now that they have a 8-bit turret so quick into the game, it's gonna be so hard to get that out. Muzan with an incredible jump, and the Pierce unfortunately shoots Dorem instead of the kid, due to which the kid jumps on the meeple. But we see Edgar getting a very good exchange and a very good kill by Dorem and another kill by him.
And like it's interesting enough, like there were no max ban and we didn't even get to see that brawler getting picked up till the end. But yeah, let's have a look at the kid making some play, getting a nice kill on the Pierce, whereas Ash, I mean the other Ash, the Dyna just gets a nice kill on the Edgar as well. Surprising enough, he is trying to make some control. He is, Dyna can just get some free connections with the gadget. I don't know. Meeple is going to struggle a lot when the ball is broken. A nice jump, actually not so nice jump coming up from the Edgar. Instantly gets punished by Muzani, gets a stun and a hypercharge coming in. And is it going to be goal? Yes! Ash finds the gap, and yeah, it's going to just start off, you know, with one goal on the line for the blue team, as 0 for the other. They have to do something. Hypercharge Kid coming and getting some nice scratches. Another super. Is it going to be enough? Yes, he will find a kill. Edgar with the defensive jump, but it's not going to be enough, and Muzan is just able to score in the final seconds, in the final gap. He finds it in the final moment, and we can see a game already for the sit. And yeah, this is looking like a cakewalk surge if things go around in the same way. I'm pretty sure this is going for a 2-0 set.
Yeah, exactly. We see the 8-bit hitting some phenomenal shots, and we see the kid getting a lot of value as well. Like his gadgets have been amazing, and he's being able to sneak up on them very nicely. I hope we see more from the Meeple pick, because I feel like if you're going Meeple, of course there might be a reason to it, and I feel like it hasn't been getting the value that it should. So yeah, I also see the Edgar not getting as much value as it should. I feel like you should focus more on the targets which are isolated, like the 8-bit or the Dynamite, and I feel like that will favor them.
I mean, yeah, like we can see the players brawling around. Yeah, I'm just quite interested to see what is really happening right there. But yeah, I can see the happiness on Ash's face. Like he's pretty confident. He is looking good with that, you know. And I think they are going in the right track. We have the match. We can see a goal already for the blue team, and yeah, that might be the reason they were happy that time around. We have a turret plays in a very safe position. No one is there to touch that until, you know, the Meeple just throws off the super, and I don't think so he's going to use that for it. But even if he gets the turret down, the hyper charge is there for the, you know, 8-bit. Is it going to be a goal here? Yeah, he finds the gap, and it's going to be a very easy goal, Sergeant. I mean, we unfortunately didn't really get to see some hype, you know, in this match. We didn't get to see much competition, but yeah, that's the spirit. We can see them, you know, shaking the hands, and they're going off the stage this time around. Yeah, we didn't get to see the competition. Yeah, we didn't get to see much chaos, good, because obviously it was just cakewalk, you know, for the team, and they were just able to sweep off. And maybe that's the reason they were not going max or any other good brawler in general. They know the enemy picked role picks, and yeah, they knew their capabilities, and they were up for it with the Edgar like thing.
Yeah, we still see a 1-0 scoreline, so I wonder what that's about. But yeah, in general, I'm very, like, if I be honest, I'm just glad that they showed up and that they gave a good game. It was definitely very well played by the Edgar team, but it's like very small mistakes which cost them the game. Like the Dyna, the 8-bit, the Kid, they all got so much value, and I feel like they capitalized on the mistakes of the opponents a lot better than the other team did. And just because of that, they ended up winning that set. And we also saw the Dynamite breaking walls. But that's what I meant. If they just went last pick, they would have a better chance of breaking the walls properly, and we would have seen a better result in their favor, in my opinion. So yeah, I would have definitely preferred a cold pick over a Edgar, but yeah, it is what it is, and I'm excited to see what happens in the next set.
Yeah, indeed, and you know what really matters is showing up, coming to the stage, giving game a fight, and especially in the historic LAN. Yes, this is a historic LAN. This is happening after so long in the Indian subcontinent region, right? Yeah, I'm still quite curious about why the players are still here. It's gonna be safe zone. Is it a best of 5 this time around? Not quite sure about that. I'm just gonna ask any of the backend team right there. But yeah, we're gonna head into safe zone, and the score still shows some incorrect stats right there. So I'm gonna have a look there. But anyways, we have the bans. Which are gonna be 8-bit. We have Proc banned out as well. We have Surge. Interesting enough, we have Proc and Surge commonly from both sides as well. And instead of the 8-bit, we have Throw from the other team. Penny picked out, whereas Colt is there as the first pick this time around as well. I think I do like the Colt a lot. You can deal with the Penny. You have the Shade sometimes in the option. You have Wall Break with the Colt. It's pretty good damage dealer overall, but now we have a Star Nova. I like the looks of it.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Star Nova being played by a more well-established team, and I feel like they will be able to do a lot more with it. And I also love the Penny pick because Penny is one of the best brawlers in Safe Zone. I like the Cold pick by Worst Generation as well, but again, I'm very confused as to why they're banning Brock and Surge if they have first pick, because I feel like they should be focusing on keeping those brawlers to themselves. And it looks like if I were them, I would definitely try to go like a Kaze or a Daryl, basically anything which can provide some aggression, which can tank for the Cold, due to which the Cold can reach the safe. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward towards. I
mean, no need to look forward to that Sergeant anymore, because Star Nova was a global band brawler, and yeah, we got a pick. So yeah, that's ultimately a set loss, unfortunate enough.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty unfortunate, but I mean that just makes the stakes much higher, and we'll see a better set 3 coming forward. But yeah, I feel like if Star Nova was open, then they definitely had a good draft going on for them, but unfortunately, due to which it was global banned, it's like we can't really do anything about that. But again, now that it's a 1-1 scoreline, we might see a pretty close set 3. And now, although we saw some questionable picks by Ash King, Dode, and Muzan in set 1, I feel like they will have to respect them moving into the last set, because again, it's for all the marbles, and you cannot pick unconventional picks, especially in the last set.
Indeed, like it's LAN after all, and it's an event that many people will be interested on, and like they'll come up later to check on the stream how it all went, and you definitely don't want to be in that mistaken line, right? You don't want to be the one making the mistakes and showing up to the everyone in the region, right? But yeah. You learn from the mistakes, and you have to make sure that this time around it was probably a misclick. We never know, but it as a rule. So yeah, set loss is a loss, and we can't really do anything about that, Surge. But yeah, Dueling Beetle is gonna be the next map. We see a 1-on-1 score line this time around, and let's hope for a good and close matchup this time. I really want the mood swing team to actually put on a good show. You have to do something if they want to win. Never comes something never it's never easy to just beat the rookie teams, the established teams, I would say. And yeah, like they're in a LAN experience. This is how you get experience, actually.
Yeah, I'm hoping they perform a lot better this team. Like again, Ashley and all are very well known in the Indian community, but these are some new players, and I feel like because you're new, no one knows anything about you, and that brings a different type of factor into play, a surprise factor. And I feel like a surprise factor can definitely catch anybody off guard. So I would like to see some unconventional picks coming out from them, because I feel like that's the best shot at making sure they can get the last set in their favor. And I feel like they should go something like not necessarily in meta, but some cheese comps like a Grey Dug, or basically anything which can make the tides towards their favor.
Yeah, indeed. And if you're facing like some pro players, which are like actually very hard to beat, but if you pick up the cheese comp, it really can turn the tables around sometimes unexpectedly, because sometimes even if you're a pro, it is very hard to deal with the cheese comp, right? There's nothing you can do about some of the specific comps out there, you know. But yeah, let's see how the things goes. And I see what? Wait, is it another set win for Mood Swing? I have to ask that out. But yeah, if that's the case, this is not a good news for worst generation, and that's definitely not how you want to lose that one.
Yeah, I think it might be because they won the gem grab set against these guys. So I think that might be a error on their end. But yeah, I was looking forward to see the third set, but unfortunately, because they won the first and the second set, we end up the scoreline on the 2-1 just because of the global ban issue. But yeah, I would have been excited to see the last set, but I guess it goes on, and I hope we get to see Bolt picked at least once, because it's been global banned every single time. I feel like, again, it's a very easy to counter brawler, but again, it has game-changing potential, and I would love to see it in play.
Indeed, and like, having said that, we have the Star Nova and Bolt banned out anyways, so yeah, they're out of the equation. Sergeant, what are the best brawlers that you can recommend to the viewers in each each and every map that we get to see in ranked? Not every map, every game mode, okay? So map is gonna take a lot of time. Can you name best brawler from each mode?
Okay, in this meta, it's like you definitely want to look at the buffies. So if I had to go from mode to mode, in gem grab, I would look at either 8-bit or max. You can also go Star Nova, but I would look at those two mainly. Okay, yeah, if I be honest, you can pick Surge in every map and it will work. So let's keep Surge out of the equation. But in general, you can go with the 8-bit and max or Star Nova. In Brawl Ball, again, max definitely is the best brawler because of the amount of pressure it can make. Then you have Heist. In Heist, I think 8-bit is definitely the meta right now because of his gadgets, his extra credits, everything works towards his favor. In Knockout, I think Knockout is one of those modes in which the buffies hasn't impacted that much. But yeah, in general, I would like to see a Max or a Brock. Again, these two brawlers. But again, it's a mode in which even if you don't pick buffies, it works out. You just need to make sure you have the favorable matchups. And then we have Bounty. In Bounty, again, we have 8-bit, Max, Brock. It's like all the new buffies in the game. So like in every mode, you can just go with 8-bit, Max, Surge, Brock, any of these brawlers, and it should be towards your favor.
I mean, yeah, indeed, and like these are some similar names that we get to hear again and again. Star Nova, Max, Surge, like, and even 8-bit. Like, just pick these brawlers, you're good to go. Like, that's some brawler that I and anyone would recommend our viewers to max out first. If you're struggling in ranked, I think these brawlers are really gonna help you a lot, especially combined with the buffies. They are insanely strong. But yes, Surgeon, like, we're gonna see another matchup this time around. We have seen anti-DM playing in the previous games, and yeah, they ended up winning with some nice Surge gameplay as well. We got to see that Surge was open sometimes around in the previous game, but now they have new enemies, and this time it's not gonna be easy. Once again, we see another set of renowned players. Like, we know these players. Erin says Pratik, Hydra, Khayat. So yeah, we know them. We, Pratik. I'm seeing Pratik after a very long time, honestly. Like, in the competitive scene, it's gonna be Sambhav, King Pro, and Bindro. Okay, I'm just gonna call him Bind. Okay, yeah, these are gonna be the opposing mates for them. But yeah, like, we know them, Sergeant. Like Erins is doing great. We saw him doing great in the challenges as well. And we have Hydra Kayat joined by Pratik. I mean, he's playing the game after a very long time. I had a chat with him yesterday, face to face, but yeah, he's playing after a long time. Do you think that will really impact his gameplay?
Yeah, I'd just like to say a quick fun fact. Pratik used to be my first competitive teammate. So like I have played with him before. So and yeah, he has represented one of the top Indian orgs in the scene. We've had him represent Pro Rivers, and he has represented India before as well. So yeah, I'm very excited to see Pratik actively participating in the scene. We also have Hydra Khyat, one of the most renowned Surge players, and it's a very Surge dominant meta. Like I'm pretty sure he holds a world record on Surge, or he used to. So like yeah, I'm very excited to see him play as well. I would global ban Surge because if someone's very good with the brawler, I don't think we should give them the opportunity to take it. And then we have Organised, again, a very well-known name in the community. Like he's been in the community as long as I can remember. So I'm very excited to see them in action. And Organised and Hydra Khyat have been teammates together. And Pratik's always been in the scene. Like he's one of the veterans of the game. So yeah, it's very exciting to see them play again, and it'll be exciting to see how they fare up against anti-DM. And I'm looking forward to this match.
Yeah, I saw them playing around, here in the LAN, in the audience scene, in the other sections. They were playing. They were trying to synergize. Again, they, Pratik was trying to charge up once again. Yeah, as you rightly mentioned before, he has represented India in bigger competitive stage in the previous days, in the early days of Brawl eSports as well. He also has a separate, as individual video on the official Brawl Star channel, right? As the player story for Pratik representing India. So yeah, it's a big thing, and it's really great to see him coming back. And okay, we're seeing Spider-Man. Okay, that's quite interesting. Aaron says is gonna come up with a Spider-Man mask this time around. That's quite interesting. Like okay, we generally see all these stuff in the EU, in any other regions, monthly finals or something. When the face cams and the players, they come up with something creative, and this time around we have Aaron. Okay, that's quite interesting. I like it, and I think that's a good way to engage, especially in a LAN, because it's happening after a long time, and you have your chance to show up live, and that's quite interesting.
Yeah, I just had to put this out. We have Spider-Man playing the game before GTA 6 with the GTA 6 in the background. But yeah, I'm so excited to see. Like, Arians always brings a new spice to the community. Like, he always shows something new, an incredible guy to be around. And it's so fun seeing him bring the same energy he brings online to an offline stage. So yeah, I'm definitely rooting for them, and I hope they come on top, because I want to see more of them in the tournament. And I feel like they definitely make the tournament a lot more spicy. Like we're having Spider-Man play the first Indian LAN. Like what else could you want? So yeah, I'm so excited to look at this game.
Definitely all the Spider-Man fans अपनी कुर्सी की बेटी बांध लो, because अभी स्पाइडरमैन को देखने वाले हैं हम थोड़ी देर में इस मैचअप में. आई डू थिंक कि थोड़ा सा, लाइक बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं, थोड़ा सा विजिबिलिटी इशू देखने को क्या हमें मिलेगा. आई डोंट थिंक सो. ऑब्वियसली अगर वो आए हैं तो प्रिपेयर्ड होके आए हैं, दे नो. एंड वहाँ पे पोर्स होते हैं उस मास्क के आंखों में, तो या आई बिलीव विजिबिलिटी इज देयर, बट I don't think so it's gonna be as clear as obviously bare eyes. So yeah, let's see how things goes. We have a player rejoining the competitive scene after a long time, maybe for fun or another way around, we don't know. But yeah, and a player with getting some less visibility, but that's interesting. And we have okay, he was Hydra Kayat. We all know he is. It's a Surge meta, and he used to, or he probably has some Surge world records, even Gale, right? So yeah, great team, great players, and it's interesting to see them hang around this time around again.
Yeah, definitely. And we also see the global bans being Bolt and Star Nova. We had these same global bans in the last game as well. So it's like we're seeing the same global bans. If I be honest, I'm so disappointed we're not seeing any Bolt gameplay. I would have loved to see that brawler. So if anybody sees this shame, like Pratik, we need some Bolt gameplay. Can we stop banning Bolt? Okay, let's also go into the bans. We have the map as pinhole punt. We have anti-DM banning Pierce to Kenji. I find the Pierce ban to be quite interesting, and this two Kenji ban as well. But I think they had Griff in mind. That's why they banned those brawlers, so it makes sense. We have Kuchbi, which is Pratik's team, banning pretty standard stuff, 8-bit Crow Surge. The Crow can be changed, but yeah, it's pretty standard. Oh, we also have the Damon Global ban.
Faster than
That just got
lightning!
changed, but yeah. And we finally get to see Max in Brawl Ball. And as I've
Kind
mentioned, Max is
regards.
definitely one of the best brawlers in Brawl Ball. And now we have a Chester. I feel like Chester has fallen off in the meta quite a lot, so I don't really like that pick, but I feel like they should win comfortably just because they have Max.
Yeah, like the brawl. A lot of brawlers have joined in the game since Pratik kind of left the game, and I think he's just gonna go with the brawlers he was familiar with, he was comfortable with, and I think combined with the Max, it still makes sense. It's gonna be good. If you get the speed, and you will get his hypercharge quite along if he hits shots, because it really has that team wide potential, right? But on the other hand, we have Spike and Griff. Yeah, that's interesting. Like, they are good damage
May
dealer
you find
so
peace.
far. So good for both teams, I get. But Bo, I think another typical popular casual pick, and Argent, it makes no sense against the Max because you can just dodge the bow mines even without no speed. But now you have the speed, it's gonna be even easier.
Yeah, definitely. We have a Poco pick as the last pick, and yeah, we've seen anti-DM pick both Bo and Spike earlier, so we're seeing them pick what they're good with. So yeah, you should definitely never go Bo into a Max. By the way, you can easily dodge the Bo mines, as AJ said earlier. But yeah, I think in general, Coach B definitely has the better comp here. It's like they have such a well-rounded comp, and it's one of the most meta comps. I would just change the Chester for a more meta brawler like a Ems, a Carl, or Ash. But yeah, in general, I feel like they should be able to win this game quite comfortably.
Yeah, like now you have the healings, you have the support from the Max as the speed as well, and the damage from Chester quite strong, huh? Yeah, it's gonna be very easy. Oh, what? Okay, not surprising. I thought it was the other team scoring around that, but yeah, we have a goal coming up early already for Kuchbi, and we can see the monkey dealer. We saw this guy playing Bo previously as well. I believe it's his comfort pick, but this time around, the comfort pick will not work, buddy. We have a Max there. Max is low. He has to back off. Pratik is trying to degen. He will eventually give a nice trick shot pass to Hydra Kyad, and it's a nice walk in. Nice and easy. The second goal was there, and I think that was a nice pass in the end, but the blue team couldn't really do anything, and I think so the Spider-Man is gonna show off his skills today as well.
Yeah, as we already thought, the Max is so good in Brawl Ball. It's getting so much value. And I just like to point out that Pratik used to be a Max main. Like, he used to be so good with Max before, like when he used to compete. So yeah, seeing a meta in which he can play his comfort brawlers definitely makes it an advantage for Pratik's team. So yeah, I expect the same results in game number 2, because how do you really contest with a Max? The Max just runs down in straight lines. So I'm expecting a similar result in game 2. We also saw a great pass by him towards the Chester, and they're just having good time. Like, that was a very good goal. And we saw Hydra Cat dodging the grip shot at the end and being able to score. Okay, yeah, and heading into game number 2, we have a similar result. They score 30 seconds into the game. Pratik already has 8C, so we can expect a similar early game win from them.
Hypercharge from the Poco, trying to get some shots connected right and easy, but a Griff Super is gonna keep them kind of back down, but no, Pratik with a nice goal in the last second. Sergeant, that was quick. I didn't even get to cast that much, and I kind of stumbled there because I wasn't just able to get what was really happening. It was just so fast, and as you mentioned before, Pratik used to be a Max main. He showed that his skill are still here with him. He just practiced a little. He just got familiar with the controls again, and yeah, his cooking, the Max gameplay we were looking for was finally here, and he was able to put up a show. He was able to score within 30 seconds every time, and yeah, that was an easy win.
Yeah, incredible phase shifter by Pratik, due to which he's able to score the game-winning goal. So it's very exciting to see him back on the Max. Like that was a very quick game. Like I feel like both games ended within 45 seconds, which is quite typical if you're playing Bo into max, if I be honest. Like Bo does not have enough consistent damage, consistent area control into max. And I feel like the max and Poco abused that to the maximum. They synergized properly. Like they had the Poco heal, which heals the max 800 per second. And I feel like the max is even decent at dodging. Like you can just walk through the bow, and that's exactly what they ended up doing. And just like that, they win both games quite comfortably.
Definitely, like there was no chance for the blue team to even make up anything, right? But Kuchbi, I believe Kuchbi was the one scoring up that one. There was some just there's some graphical error right there. But yes, let's talk about the LAN once again. It's beautiful. Like I like how it's
Faster
well
than
set up. You can
lightning!
see the red lighting with the blue contrast on the other side, giving that gaming vibe. But and it's great to see the players being head on, just face to face. And funny enough that even one of the mates can the other team trying to communicate, you can actually guess what they're cooking for, what they're planning for. But I think it will not make much difference because you probably are going to be focused on what your teammates are saying. But yeah, let's look at let's have a look at the LAN. There's a nice UPCore eSports logo in the middle. Organizers of this LAN event, happening in India after so long, and these players are already making it interesting. And not just the players, I believe it's you can see the audience engaging. They're playing as well in the background until the draft finishes. We have screens around, and we have great production. Everything seems good for a LAN after so long. Daryl is going to be the pick. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, Daryl is quite an off-meta pick, especially on a map like Pitstop. So that's a very interesting pick from anti-DM. We also see a Tara. We see Kuchbi going with Max first pick. I don't agree with Max first pick on Pitstop, although it's a very good brawler. I feel like there are plenty of good options as first pick on this map, but okay, it's fine. And they also end up going Shade. I love the Shade into Tara, love it into Daryl. You can feed your super off the Daryl, just go on to the enemy safe. It's also very good on defense. It's in general a very well-rounded brawler, especially on a map like Pitstop.
Time to
And I
turn
would
that
expect them to
frown
go an
further.
anti-rank, but they decide to double down for the damage. They go Berry. Berry is very good into Tara. It also has that gadget, the knockback gadget, to make sure the Daryl does not necessarily run over him. So yeah, it's a very well-rounded comp by these guys, and we ended up seeing a Frank last pick. If I be honest, that's a very good Frank pick because the Frank can open the walls, due to which the Shade gets less value. The Berry does not have enough DPS to kill the Frank, and Max also does not have the most DPS to shut down the Frank. So I really like the Frank pick by them, but I'm still very skeptical about the Daryl pick. So let's see how that goes.
Definitely, Daryl is indeed off meta brawler. But the most important thing is we can see the players having their smiles on their face, like even the opposing team, even though they're losing, it's the fun they're having in the LAN, right? And it's the experience that they get playing against these good players, and they get to learn. And even if they watch the stream later on, they'll hear us what we are saying, how we are approaching to the top. They'll learn from that as well, not just the picks from the enemy side as well. But let's see, like actually the blue team is trying to get some control as well. Super coming in from the Frank, not sure why he's a super out of nowhere in a no man's space, but a nice kill from the Berry combined with Teek's Max once again. I think it was just quite confidence as his Max pick. He has another dash with a puppy. He is not going to use that yet, but Hydrocad with the hypercharge is going to be enough to slap the damage, slap the safe, deal so much damage, and Tara was pretty low. We'll have to force to go on up there. Nice shots coming in from both sides. Actually, this fucking close game, and quite interested to see how things goes this time around because it's 19 to 25%. None of the team has any of the shield on the safe. One massive push from any of the team will be enough. Nice run coming in from the Frank. He ends up getting another super. Prateek will be on the safe. He has the super. He's gonna be dealing all the damage. Is it gonna be enough? 10. Okay. I think we know the answer. We have the Berry hitting the shots, and 15% lead. Sergeant did great this time, and we can see the confidence on the face. They know that they can pull up this time around.
Yeah, I think the problem in this game was that although the shade, the max and the berry went to the opponent's safe, they left the Daryl on their opponent's safe, on their own safe, which I think is a very big mistake because if you're leaving someone on your own safe, you have to make sure you stay alive. But the Tara made sure that they could not just do damage freely. Like, he hit a very good pull, he got a kill onto the berry, and the Frank spawned in, killed the max, got the shade low, and he was able to push the shade back. And honestly, the Frank played an amazing game. They all played this phenomenally well. And hopping into game number 2, we see Berry with a great super. Hydra Shots is playing this phenomenally well. Like, he's always been in their spawn, he's making so much space. He kills Luffy over here, gets another hyper charge, goes in to do some save damage, gets more damage onto Sambhav, kill. Oh, he dies to the Daryl, but again, they already have a 50% damage advantage.
Already, and I think blue team is struggling a lot this time around. They didn't even touch safe from the red team side, right? Hydra Cat doing a great work, staying inside the bushes, getting all the healings from the berry as well. Frank trying to get some kills as well, but no, it's not going to be enough. Pratik is having his gadgets to stay away as well, trying to make some play as well. Daryl goes down. Is it going to be enough? This can be the final play. And yes, I think that can be enough. I think the charge prop available once again as well. But a stun coming up from the Frank. 5 seconds. Just 1% is all what they need. And the berry will find it. Easy enough. And I'm not really surprised with that game, honestly.
Yeah, I think we were all expecting Pratik's team to win this. And yeah, they played this phenomenally well. I still think the max pick was not good. And I really like the Frank pick from the anti-DM side. So yeah, I think that's very well played by them. And just like that, they ended up winning 2 sets. And they all look very excited. And we see good sportsmanship because even though they lost, they all look happy. And let's dive into the stats. We have, quite honestly, equal stats. But we see that Luffy, it does not have the highest DPS. Like, the Tara did not have the highest DPS, nor did she do any save damage. So I feel like the Tara pick was definitely a troll pick. And as we can see on the side of Kuchbi, we see the Shade doing so much save damage, getting kills. So he played that phenomenally well.
Definitely. It's interesting to see these players, smiling around, having fun. That's what really matters, right? You're here for experience, you're here for the fun, you're here for the chaos in the game as well. And that's how you learn, that's how you come over to the top. And maybe we will get to see these players in the future as well in this competitive scene. They learn more, and I would like to see these players getting encouraged by these pro players as well, getting into the scene as well. But let's not forget, whoever is attending this LAN event is not going home just with the visual experience and the physical experience. You are getting some physical stuff as well. You're gonna get a nice card for UPCore City Championship, which is it's a, you can say, a welcome card, or you can say a thank you card. That's not just that, we have so much more. Like, we have stickers as well for UPCore. We have some brawler stickers. I can see a nice UPCore keychain as well. So that's quite, pretty interesting. If you're here, you'll definitely enjoy. Like, we can see a nice keychain. You can see some brawler stickers. You can just, stick them anywhere, like on your bike, or maybe like your laptop bag. Quite interesting. You have my own AJ7 sticker as well, if just in case you want to use. I made it myself, like it's a hand-drawn digital art. Just in case, you'll get my merch as well. And if you know Brawl Monkey, 1 million subscribers, Indian content creator, you'll get his sticker, you'll get his keychain, along with some you can see there's some QR code to maybe his channel, and you can also see a thank you card from Brawl Monkey separately as well. You're not going home just with the visual experience. You're here with the goodies as well, and I think what can be better than that, right? So Sergeant, I wish you could join us too, buddy, someday.
Yeah, this merch looks amazing, and it feels amazing to see so much hard work put into the event. It's like you don't really see these merch given out in like it's usually very limited. But I'm so excited to see like in India's first LAN event after such a long time, we see such exclusive merch which you won't get anywhere other than the LAN event itself, which UPCore is hosting. So yeah, that looks pretty amazing. Yeah, we also have multiple Indian content creators coming out showing their support. So it feels amazing to see the whole Indian community coming together for this LAN event. And yeah, it feels like we finally see some progress. Like we see some development towards the Indian competitive scene, and it feels like this is what our region actually needed, and I'm so excited to see so much effort being put towards it.
Indeed, and that's how you make name. That's how you engage players. That's how you gather people around. And I think this is necessary to sometimes, right? Not just the criticism saying, like the gathering. You need to meet your idol creators. You need to meet your idol players as well. Or if not that, you need to be here, you know, playing, getting that experience. It's fun overall. And like I will encourage players to join us and in the future LAN events as well. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be worth it, and it's gonna be it's gonna be just awesome, you know. Like who doesn't want to meet your favorite players and creators? So yeah, make sure to tune in to one of the next events as well. I'm quite interested to see what our next matchup is, and it's gonna be Mood Swings versus Destroyers. Sergeant, we saw Mood Swings playing in the past, in the previous games as well. They were doing great. They were able to get some nice wins as well. But we still have, a lot of times. We still have more than 4 minutes. So we will go on a short break and we'll be right back.
From the dumpster to the throne.
ऐसे ब्रॉल स्टार्स लैन इवेंट इंडिया में क्यों नहीं होते यार? We have always said that we'll do a Brawl Stars LAN event in India, and yes, today we are going to make that dream a reality.
Broken glass on the hotel floor. Gotta face my past before I end up in your arms. In your arms. I write my thoughts on an empty page, but no matter what I do, I still feel the same.
Stuck in here for weeks. No escape. Looks like it's the end of the line, boys. Ugh. Ain't never getting out of this here pickle jar. Who are you?
Nausea. I'll help you get out. Yalla. Now.
Okay. So, Nausea, you said? And then I was a barista for a few years, but that didn't work out. Then I met Colleen. That was a very explosive relationship. Literally, she exploded. You don't talk much, do you? Huh? Phew, that was close. Uh-oh. Sheesh, that was even closer.
Naja, wanna help me out of these shrouds? And she's gone.
I could use a little help here.
Don't step on the yellow cube.
Feels okay. I think it's good. That was pretty close. Don't step on the yellow cube! Okay, no need to yell.
Humar.
Hola, chica! What took you so long?
Come on, Nausea. We're free. Who are you?
You're free. You're free to go, but somehow I don't think you want to. You feel at home in this place. You understand my puzzles. You need them, and they need you. You don't talk too much, do you?
Once upon a time, there was a true star of Star Park. I, Sirius, showman above all. My shadow act was the pinnacle of our attraction. But then came the gems. The park was forever changed, and my show forgotten.
Brawl, brawl, brawl. That was the only thing on everyone's minds.
But I had a vision. With the power of the gems, I would create the greatest show on Earth and take back my park.
A new day for justice. It's horrible! Star Patrol, watch out! It's facing Colette! They got Amber! Huh? How can they be so reckless? It's time to set them straight! Let's go, girls! Yeah. You too, cutie!
Great timing.
Thanks! Give our friend back!
Not now. Let me at least reveal my master plan.
Our master plan. So much power!
I have stolen all the cardboard in the universe to create the Mighty Laser Pyramid Star Destroyer! With this beauty, I will destroy all the tiny planets in the universe!
So evil!
Nani?
Amber, snap out of it! I know what will save her! The power of friendship! The power of love! My giant sword! It's over, Sid!
The only thing that's over is you!
Oh no! Let's show him what real friendship can do! Star Patrol, unite! It's not working! Emma, we need you! Star Patrol, unite! Ultimate friendship power of love and fight and solid beam! And the world is saved again thanks to the Star Patrol!
Thanks, bro.
No problem. Juju must have put it around here somewhere. Be careful of any Juju voodoo. Remember what happened last time?
Don't worry. I've got complete control of my bot.
You have to be so loud.
That's what she said. Ooh. Hey, Buster. I didn't know you had merch.
Huh? What?
Hey, Buster, stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Ow.
Fang, don't!
Huh? What was that? Where'd it go?
Stuck in here for weeks. No escape. Looks like it's the end of the line, boys. Ugh. Ain't never getting out of this here pickle jar. Who are you?
Nausea. I'll help you get out. Yalla. Now.
Okay. So, nausea, you said? And then I was a barista for a few years, but that didn't work out. Then I met Colleen. That was a very explosive relationship. Literally, she exploded. You don't talk much, do you? Huh? Phew, that was close. Uh-oh. Sheesh, that was even closer.
Naja would help me out of these shrouds. And she's gone.
I could use a little help here.
Don't step on the yellow cube.
Feels okay. I think it's good. That was pretty close.
Don't step on the yellow cube!
Okay, no need to yell.
Humar.
Hola, chica! What took you so long?
Come on, Naja, we're free. Who are you?
You're free. You're free to go, but somehow I don't think you want to. You feel at home in this place. You understand my puzzles. You need them, and they need you. You don't talk to...
Gentlemen, welcome back to the stream. We are right back after a short break and yes, हमें एक डॉज देखने को मिला जिसके वजह से मूड स्विंग्स को एक सेट विन मिल गया है. डिस्ट्रॉयर अनफॉर्चुनेट वे टू स्टार्ट थिंग्स ऑफ बट रूल इज रूल एंड डॉज होने की वजह से एक सेट लॉस का उन्हें सामना करना पड़ा. आई एम जॉइंड बाय सार्जेंट क्लैश वंस अगेन सार्जेंट एंड यहाँ पे एक सेट लॉस हमने देखने को मिल चुका है. बट उसी के साथ नेक्स्ट ड्राफ्ट में हम एनी टाइम एनी बस किसी भी पल हम पहुँचने वाले हैं. बट बोल्ट सार्जेंट हमें फिर से बोल्ट तो नहीं देखने को मिलने वाला है.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate that we don't get to see Bolt. It's been banned out every single game. Like, every game we've seen it as a global ban. I don't think it needs to be global ban. Like, I think it's being far too overrated. Like, you can definitely counter it. There are plenty of counters to the brawler. But again, I feel like teams just don't want to mess. But again, you can always counter the team by giving them stuff which they think is broken. So, like, leaving Bolt in play would be... like, it will make the competition so much more fun. Like, we'll get to see a rolling ball across the entire field, and it just makes the game so much more exciting.
Definitely.
Justice makes a splash.
We can't do anything about that, unfortunate enough. But yes, we can see the draft. We have 8-bit as the first pick coming up from Mood Sphinx, and we have a Pierce. I believe it's a first Pierce, or probably second Pierce pick today, which is a great brawler. He has that range as a marksman, and he also can almost get infinite ammos if he hit shots consistently, getting that ink bottles again and again. And a great brawler. I like that brawler. And a guaranteed hit with the super if you stay alive as well. Meeple on the other hand is great. Like, you have that homing projectile, you have the ability to shoot through walls, you can walk through walls as well when you're hypercharged. So yeah, the possibilities are endless.
Forgive my intrusion. I mean no.
And Kazi is going to be one of them. Quite interesting because we have Surge, we have Kit, and we have Star Nova banned out. Star Nova is yet again banned out, and from both sides actually, and Max is Brock banned out from other one as well. Penny is going to be the last pick for Mood Swing, and yes, we are still down to one more pick for Destroyers. They lost the previous set, unfortunately, because of the torch, but this time around they don't want to mess out, and this final pick can actually ride their fate.
Yeah, definitely. I believe we've seen a similar
Next
draft
time,
earlier
it'll be
today,
Chester.
especially in Penor Point, and oh my god, we see a Mandy. This is gonna be the first time we're seeing Mandy being picked up today. A very questionable pick, if I be honest, because why are we going a Mandy in 2026? But yeah, like Mandy did get some buffs, but again, I think it's a very weak brawler, and I feel like it might spell out doom for them, and it's going to be a very interesting game because I don't remember the last time we've seen Mandy played in competitive. So yeah, it's going to make the game quite interesting. They're playing a full ranged approach, while we see Ash King's team just want to get the star, just go Kaze, get the star, fall all the way back into their spawn, and then they also have a 8-bit, so like pushing into a 8-bit Kaze is going to be so hard for them.
Yeah, we have the game already, Sergeant. We can see the blue star for the, Kaze. And gonna give them a nice lead already, just without interacting with the brawlers itself. So yeah, Kaze is a great brawler. You can just steal the blue star nice and early. Then you can just stay passive all the time. And not quite sure why the red team is not playing. Are they all AFK? I believe they all are AFK. That's quite unusual. And Sergeant, okay, we can tell they're AFK. And this can be the reason for the first dodge. Probably it was not intentional, and why would they do it intentional anyways? It's just some internet issues, I believe so. And they're spinning now, so they're back. I'm pretty sure of that, but I think it's too late, Sergeant.
Yeah, exactly. I don't get the point of, like, if I be honest, I think they might be lagging, but I still think it looks like they have a Wi-Fi issue because we see both the teams putting down their tabs, and we see Saket doing something in the background. So yeah, I think it might be a server issue, or they might have some problems with the internet. But yeah, in general, like, what I think we can expect is Ashking's team to win this comfortably, because I just realized they have both a 8-bit and a Penny, and the Kaze definitely gets a star. Like, none of them can beat the Kaze to the star, and then you have to push into a 8-bit and a Penny. And once the 8-bit gets the turret set up, the Penny gets the turret set up, it's going to be impossible for them to walk into it. So yeah, I definitely do not like the chances of mood swings if that is the opponent team. But yeah, I think we'll see a one-sided game heading into the set.
Yeah, definitely, and it's quite unfortunate to see situations like this to erupt. But yeah, it's a game, it's just internet and technical issues. We can't really just dive in to resolve them automatically. We're gonna invest our time to see what really happened there. But so far, I think it should be Mood Swing getting that first set, and if that was because of internet, and if they're fixing it now, so I believe that they might actually start with a fresh game series. Yeah, and I think Hard Rock Mine, because Gem Grab is generally the first game mode, right? So that can be the possibility, I believe. And yes, Bolt is still a global ban, so yeah, I'm not gonna see that problem anytime soon. Damon is banned. We have Amber for some reason, not sure why, and Griff banned out. Sergeant, is Amber really worth global banning? Like, is it such a threat?
Not at all. Like, Amber is definitely not a meta pick. You can see it picked in some instances. Like, if you watch the Chinese monthly finals and the qualifiers they had for LCQ, you'll see Amber picked up once or twice. But other than that, I have never seen Amber picked up in this meta. It's like there are so many better picks than it. So I feel like that is definitely a waste of a global ban. They might just want to waste it so they catch the opponents off guard, but I'm very doubtful. So yeah, I think the Amber global ban is definitely a waste. Other than that, I really love the Griff global ban, the Damon global ban. I'm not a fan of the Bolt global ban, but if everybody's doing it, I think they should just pursue it.
I mean, yeah, like I wanted to see a Bolt gameplay as well, like at least once today. Like, I wish to see once Bolt roaming around the maps, creating all those chaos. But yeah, I think Saket is calling it off now, and I can hear some walkie-talkies. They're probably dealing with the stuff. Okay, they're actually interchanging the sides. Okay, so that banners, the graphics matches with what we actually see down there. Oh, okay. So I actually thought the game was being halted, but nice enough, good for us that we are going to see the game, getting conducted on the line as well. But yeah, it's gonna start with the 0-0 margin once again, I believe, because probably the second set, the first one, the dodge was also because of the internet. So yeah, it's a fresh start, Surgeon, and I think it's even better for us.
Yeah, exactly. I'm very excited to see what we see because like we weren't able to see because of the dodge earlier. So I'm expecting a much more evenly matched game. And if I'm not wrong, I think Ash King, Dotem, and Muzan will keep the first set win because a dodge is a dodge and rules are rules. But other than that, moving into set 2, if the draft remains the same, I still favor Ash King's draft very heavily because they have such a well-rounded comp, while the other team has some very unconventional picks like Mandy, which I'm still very surprised about because I definitely would not recommend going Mandy in competitive play. It's so easy to dodge the super, when the Mandy has super, and there are multiple factors at play. So yeah, I'm definitely rooting for Ash King if it comes to the same draft.
I mean, yeah, indeed, and probably me myself as well. So, okay, the players are probably in the draft phase. I hope so. And if we're gonna see the same draft, yeah, we have to go with the draft for mood switch, right? It was good, and they're good players anyways. So yeah, we are diving into the draft. We can see the same global bans for obvious reasons. We can still, yeah, as you mentioned, we cannot actually ignore any of the rules. So a rule is a rule. Mood Swings is gonna get a free set there because of the dodge that the other team did, that the destroyers did ultimately. It's gonna cost them a lot, but if they want to stay, they have to get 2 consecutive set, whereas Mood Swing just have to get 1. What do you expect, Sergeant, from the let's say if it's not gonna be the same draft as before? What do you expect? What would you go as the first pick?
If we're talking about dry season, I would definitely still go the first pick, which we saw Mood Swings go, which is Kaze. It's either Kaze or Mortis. You go to those brawlers just so that you can get the first star, because on a map like dry season, once you get the first star, it's very hard for people to push into you. So that's exactly what I'm expecting to happen in the second game as well. Like if they have first pick, I would love to see a Kaze, Mortis, or any brawler which can get the first star and give you the early advantage, because you're basically forced to push into a team if they have the first star, and the other team has to play defense. And in general, Bounty has always been defense heavy. So yeah, I would definitely like to see a Kaze, Mortis, any assassin in general, which can pick up the star and give you the early lead.
Yeah, indeed, and we can see Saket still trying to interact with the players. We are going to see what is really happening right there. Is it still internet issue? I hope not, because I want the games to carry on, and I want to see what really happened up next. But yeah, Saket is dealing with that, and yeah, we'll get news anytime soon. With that, Penguin is also there, interacting. They're just probably looking forward to one of the reasons. We can see the players also looking at the televisions, probably happy to see themselves on the stage playing around as well. Yeah, I mean, it looks, let's talk about the atmosphere once again. People are there waiting as well, but I like how it's still crowded, Sergeant. No one's really willing to leave.
Yeah, it's like the first Indian LAN event in such a long time, and it's like you get to see people you always talk to online in a LAN setting. So it's like very exciting for everyone, and that's the reason I guess they're all so excited and they're all sticking around. So yeah, I'm very pleased to see that, and yeah, definitely. I hope future events happen like this, and it's like it brings the community so close to each other. Like they all get to know each other personally, and makes the community more wholesome in general. It's like you get to see people you've never seen before. You get to interact with people you've always talked to. It's like it's such a good environment for the entire competitive scene.
Okay, so I'm getting the news. it's gonna take it's probably gonna take a minute or two, because it's not the internet, it's not anything, it's the Matcherino website which is having some technical issues. So yeah, it's gonna be fixed very soon. Sachin, we were talking about the atmosphere, we were talking about the ambience of this whole setup. I personally am enjoying a lot. I'm in the above floor of the one you're seeing right now on the screen. I'm the above floor casting around with a lot of good more players. They're playing. The other matches are being held here. We can see the dev team really working into it. I can see the hard work. I can see every effort being put onto this. Making it work. And I think it's not very easy to actually pull off mini LAN, or you can just say LAN in general, and such a scale, like pulling up viewers are still willing to play and stay, not leaving the venue. We can see food being distributed in the background. We can see the players or even the viewers getting the merch. I think that's quite fun.
Yeah, exactly. We see such a ambient environment, and we see all of them having a good time. We see Saket actively engaging with the whole community. So yeah, it's definitely very wholesome, and we see everybody showing up. Like, they all look excited, and like we see all the teams. Like, I don't think all of them know each other personally, because again, we're not seeing any full teams. We're seeing people who've been good friends with each other for a long time, just form a team, have a good time, show up to the LAN. And yeah, I'm very excited to see how far this goes. And like, I'm again expecting a very good game too, and I'm just hoping for the draft remains the same. And if it remains the same, I think we should be seeing Ashing's team win comfortably.
Yeah, okay. I was just eating, and like my devs are just playing around, and they just started showing me. Nevertheless, okay, I'm gonna just poke them off after this. Yeah, okay. The players are interacting with each other, trying to know each other probably. Like, this just having the conversation.
I'm too pretty.
It's just nice overall. And yeah, we have the draft. Sergeant, finally it's working, and yes, it's gonna be cold first pick, and now we have the normal bands as well, which is gonna be Cordelius, which is gonna be Max and Surge. I like those bands, like the Max and Surge. And we have Star Nova this time around, along with two Buffy Brawlers, which is gonna be 8-bit and Brock. So yeah, we can see the teammates getting together. They're just maybe making a plan. They know it's not gonna be an easy to take over Ash King and Mazan, and so yeah, let's see how things goes. Colt is gonna be the
Forgive my
first
intrusion.
pick, along
I
with
mean no.
Gazi first pick.
Justice
for the
makes a
side,
splash.
along with the peers.
Yeah, I really like the way the draft's looking from Muzan's team. I love the Cold first pick. It provides so much save damage. But again, Pierce is such a good defensive brawler, and Kazi is such a good assassin. So I love these picks by Mood Swings as well.
You need more training.
We see a Chuck being picked. I love that pick, because now you have Cold, which is save damage, Chuck, which can constantly go in. And if they just pick something passive like a Finks or a Lola, I think their combo will be very well rounded. But I think they have to be wary about a Penny, a Grom, because I think they're currently vulnerable to those type of brawlers. So yeah,
Nice piece of
I'm
work.
expecting to see one of those. They end up going Crow. If I be honest, I love the Crow pick into a Kaze Pierce, but in general, I would have expected them to go something more defensive. But again, the Crow might be able to get hyper off the Kaze, because the Kaze needs to go in to do some damage. And Crow has the increased movement speed, due to which it should be easier for him to dodge the Pierce as well. So right now, I'm currently favoring Destroyer's form. They just have to play this discipline. They have to make sure they don't die too easily. But I would love to see a Penny or a Grom from Mood Swing side.
Okay, so I think the players have taken the position. They are, setting themselves in the posture. So game might begin anytime soon. We can get to see them playing around any time. Yeah, I can see my dev as well trying to click on the spectate button. So yeah, the game should be there anytime soon. Connecting server, and these players already in the lock-in position. It's quite interesting that different players have their different way of playing, the different posture. Some are comfortable standing, some are comfortable holding the tablet upwards, some are comfortable keeping the tablet on the flat surface. Quite interesting. Different play styles, different players, but the same game, the same mode, different brawlers, and the same strategies that applies overall. Can't wait to see how things go, Sergeant. Anytime soon, we're gonna head onto the game. The spectate is probably still taking a little bit extra time.
Yeah, and I still favor the Crow's comp a little more because if the Crow plays well, he has such good matchups and like he will farm a hyper off. So like if he just plays properly and he just makes sure he uses his gadgets properly, I think they should be able to win comfortably, and I'm looking forward to that as well. So yeah, if once we hop into the game, I expect Ash King's team, which has a Shade, Kaze, Pierce, to be a lot more aggressive, try to make positioning for his own team. But I think if the Crow plays well, he should be able to hold them off, and they should be having a clean game.
I mean, yeah, we already see us, game take, won by, I don't know, probably Mood Swings. Okay, I don't wanna favor any team like this strong. I'm just expecting they are experienced, right? So yeah, we saw the screen on Ash King's tablet. I think they won that one, but yeah, not surprised. You still have a chance if you want to stay, if you want to maintain your position in this very tournament. You have to beat them. It's not going to be an easy take, of course, but that's what you got to do. It's a game.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, we're finally heading into the match, and we see Mood Swings win the game 1, and we have the Chuck finally set up. No, okay, yeah, the Chuck finally sets up towards the save. The Shade gets a very good super off, and he gets some very good value onto the hold. The Pierce is hitting some phenomenal shots, like Muzan is a very good Pierce, and he's hitting some very good shots. As we can see, he just kills the Crow. The Kaze gets some very good save damage, the Chuck's going in non-stop, but again, I feel like the Crow can defend this a lot better. I feel like he's not playing this to the best of his abilities, otherwise I feel like this is definitely winnable. And then we have the Kaze throwing another super, and I think the game should be over right about now. Yeah, like we see them get so much pressure, get so much damage. I mean, there's still 2% left, but if we be realistic, yeah, just with the Pierce Hyper, and we have the game ending. And just like that, we have Mood Swings winning the series.
Yeah, indeed. I've seen a lot of, casual players thinking that, okay, Chuck is going to work every time. But nah, like, pro players know how to counter it nowadays, right? And also, like, Goat, despite being a good damage dealer, he couldn't do anything. There was a Pierce, so hard to dodge in, and it was just game over. It was almost like a speed run for Mood Swings right there, right? So yeah, it was a nice, easy set for them, and they are gonna head on to the other one anytime soon. Now we can see the stats. Sergeant, you being the pro player, you can maybe break down it better than me, of course.
Yeah, as you can see, Muzan gets 7 kills and only dies once, so very well played by Muzan. And we also see that the Kaze gets some very good save damage, but surprisingly, the Kaze has the least amount of save damage, which I don't think should be happening, but I think he just made space for his team. And then we also have the Pierce doing some save damage, like that seems a lot. But as we can see, the Colt and the Crow did 0 save damage, which I think shouldn't be happening. Like, I get that they have to defend, but they should be able to defend and counter attack, but I feel like they never actually did that. They gave the Shade far too much value, and I feel the stats from Ash King are pretty poor as well, because going 2-6, I think the game was solely carried by Muzan. Just looking at his stats over here, like he did a lot on the map, like he's doing save damage, he's getting kills, he's staying alive. So very well played by Muzan, and I feel like the Crow and the Colt could have done a lot more, but unfortunately they ended up losing the set.
Okay, I'm really sorry, I was muted. Okay. I mean, I was saying that, okay, I do agree that it was like a speed run, and they were able to secure nice kills at times, but objective is what really matters at the end of the day in any game mode, not just in Heist. And they did it really well. The execution was precise for Mood Swings, and unfortunate enough, it was nothing for the Crow and Colt. They had to defend I get it. Like you said, like as you said before, like you have to defend, but you have to counter back too. Especially, I expect that from a Crow. If you get a super, like at least jump in, try to hit some shots, because objective is what really matters at the end of the day, especially in a game mode like Heist.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like the Crow never got a hypercharge, which definitely impacted them quite negatively. Like, if we got a hypercharge, you could be able to get on their shields. We also saw the Cold doing no damage, so I think that's a boon as well. So it's like, in general, I feel like they did not play the comp to its potential. Otherwise, they would get a pretty healthy advantage there. But yeah, at least we see Ashkin's team go to the finals. And like as we predicted, one of the favorites to win today. And they should have in my opinion, they should perform to the same level in the finals as well. So I'm expecting them to win this the entire way, but let's see what we see between Nexus and Kuchvi. Again, Kuchvi has some very veteran players like Hydra Khyat, Ariansis, and Pratik in particular, so I'm very excited to see this game as well.
Yeah, and it's going to be the first time we're going to see the Nexus going on. We have RG, we have Carcross, and we have Ortrocross. Which are some new faces for us. We're gonna see them for the first time. I actually met them some time ago, and like they were playing the games on the upper floor, like having games. They were quite confident. I saw them. I think they were winning, and yeah, but this time you're facing some good games again. It's not gonna be easy, of course, and yeah, I just can't wait to see how things goes this time around, because Hydra Khyat is there. We have, Pratik once again. We're gonna see him into the action, into the mix once again. But now we have, Erensis as well, and maybe with the Spider-Man costume once again. I'm definitely looking forward to that one.
Exactly. As I said earlier, Ariansis brings a different atmosphere to whichever team he plays in. So yeah, I'm very excited to see him play again. I hope we see another Spider-Man cosplay. Like, it'll be very exciting to see how they pull this off. And we also see some new players in Nexus. So we see like RG, Kratos. These are definitely some new players to the scene. So it's very exciting to see them come up, reach the semifinals. And yeah, it'll be fun watching this game.
Yeah, indeed, making this far, even just being a part of this event, irrespective of the fact if you're a player or if you're just audience, just watching around, having some fun. What really matters is you were a part of this, and let's call it historic, because after many years, we're seeing a LAN event in India for Brawl Stars, and people are gonna remember this, and it's gonna be the stream is gonna be watched by many, like how the LAN went. Everyone is gonna be curious, and being a part here, like just showing up itself, it's a big thing. And yeah, we're gonna see the Spider-Man cosplay. We see him wandering around, we see him just be him once again. Eren never disappoints, and as you mentioned, he always brings up something on the table, in some way or the other, making it quite fun as a face cam as well, or in any way. But it looks good, and we are here. I guess the table is gonna get full once again. I believe this is the semifinals.
Yeah, this should be the semi-finals between these two teams. We have Ashkin's team already reaching the finals, and whoever wins this will join them up there. So I'm very excited to see which one of these wins. Again, I'm slightly biased towards Ariansis' team because, again, they are veterans of the community, but I'm very excited, and I'm also rooting for Nexus because we're seeing them for the first time in a LAN event, and it'll be very exciting to see them perform. We also have Hydra Khyat, one of the biggest YouTubers in India, and we have a Spider-Man, and basically it's going to be a very interesting game between these two.
Yeah, I couldn't really see what he was showing, but he was showing something from his tablet as well, probably his wallpaper. But yeah, bro is on to something, and oh, look at the eyes, it opens and closes as well. That's sick. I gotta get pictures with him after. Look at the poses, I love it. Like this is the fun. Like you can see everything. They're having fun, they're getting the pictures as well. They are all good, all nice, but yeah, fun is a different thing, and you have to lock in as well, because beating the Spidey isn't going to be easy, Sergeant. They're good. Look at that.
Yeah, exactly. Again, as I mentioned, it's such a cool environment to be in. Audiences look so happy, and I think they're all excited to be in the semi-finals. Like we see them all having a good time, talking to each other, and Audiences looks very excited and like he's having a good time. And I'm expecting to see some very good games between these two teams because it's like we have a veteran team versus a new team, so it's like you don't really know what to expect from either. We have a team which used to be on the top, but they're basically new to the game if you consider it like that. And then we have a new team which we haven't seen ever before, so we're gonna see some very interesting games between these two.
Yeah, and the graph should be there anytime soon. I'm actually quite interested to see what the global ban is gonna be this time around. Please no more this time. Like we want him to be in the action. I hope the players heard us. Probably they were watching the stream. Please, if you're watching, please don't global ban Bolt. I want to see him in the action. Please pick him and yeah, show us what this brawler is really capable of. Like I really want to see him in the mix. And not just that, I think Starnova was the brawler which was open only once, and after that she was banned every time. And I think she was only open once in the first game of the stream itself.
Yeah, exactly, and it's pretty well banned because Starnova again is one of the most versatile brawlers in the game. It's very hard to hard counter Starnova. It's like it gets so much value. It's such good brawler, so it's like definitely going Starnova makes the draft so much more inconvenient for both the teams because like you don't know what hard counters it, you don't know what's a good counter to it. It makes your choices very limited, and it's like what do you even go into something you don't know how to counter it. So yeah, that's why I think it hasn't banned so much. But yeah, I'm expecting some. At least I hope there's either Bolt left in or Starnova. We've also seen Damon global banned almost every single game. Like I don't think we've seen it played a single game. So I hope we see some Damon as well. I feel like the global bans have been the same across the entire day. Like we've at least seen some 8-bit being played, some Max, but surprisingly no one has picked Meg yet. Even though I still think Meg is one of the most, like if you know how to play it, it's a very consistent brawler. Like if you know how to time the gadgets and whatnot, Meg can get a lot of value. So I'm expecting to see some Meg, like some Bolt. Like we need to see some new brawlers being picked because I feel like all the teams are being very predictable into what they pick. So like if you bring out something new, it might catch up opponent's off guard as well, and you might have an advantage due to that.
Very well said, actually. And we're gonna see a Max pick already. It's gonna be the first pick, and quite interesting that we didn't really get to see we didn't get to see Meg as well. That's quite interesting as well, and that's something I'm surprised that I didn't really notice as well. Crow is gonna be the first pick for Gemport, and for the Gemport match. Or Nexus. Now, I think the graphics are still interchanged. I'm not quite sure which team is picking which brawlers, but I mean, Eren. Okay, so Eren. Yeah, the graphics are definitely interchanged, and it's gonna be Eren. Oh wait, am I tripping or something? I'm really sorry about that, but yeah, Eren is gonna be the one picking up Max. A superhuman, a Spider-Man picking up a superhuman brawler, which is Max, getting that extra speed, making it more versatile for the team, getting that, hypercharges consistently as well. And that double dash with the Buffy really keeps her alive for even, longer, like extra bit longer. And I think I really like that brawler getting into the mix once again. Yeah, we haven't seen Meg. That's, pretty interesting. Sergeant, do you think, like, based on what the draft is right now, can we still see a Meg coming up?
I mean, yeah, Meg is. I don't think you're going a Meg into a Crow because Crow's good in a Meg. I do not like the Lily pick either because you have a Crow which can jump away, a Meeple stun, but I think he can still get some value. Like he can definitely still get some value. So yeah, we might see some interesting games over here, and I feel like over here they should definitely go something aggressive because I feel like their comp is very passive right now. So like a Buster or anything which can make space should be coming out from Nexus side, or even a Shade. Because right now the comp feels very passive. Yeah, and exactly like that they end up going Mortis. Mortis very good in Lily, very good in Ruffs. You can make space for your team. So yeah, it's a very good pick by them, and yeah, they brought in the aggression they needed.
Definitely. I just can't wait to see. I just can't wait to dive into the game already. Like, okay, I see Erin switching all the gadgets and everything. So yeah, the game should be there anytime soon. In fact, very soon now. And overall, I think. Do you think it's a balanced, draft overall? Because, to be very honest, I don't hate the picks from the enemy team either.
I think it is a balanced draft, but I think it's much easier to play Alliance's comp compared to their comp because I feel like it's very hard for them to do something. In the sense, like if you're playing a Lily, Crow, Meeple, you have Mortis, Crow, Meeple, you have very little mistake tolerance. Like as you can see, he messes up one stun, he misses one shot, the Lily gets double kill. So yeah, I definitely like Prateek's form a little more just because of the mistake tolerance. Like they can make more mistakes and get away with it. But if you see the comp from Nexus' side, if they make any mistakes, they're getting punished heavily from it. Like as you see, even though they did so much, like the Lily still ends up getting the kill on the Mortis. Hydra behind them, and I think he gets another kill on the Meeple. He gets a very good kill on the Crow, gets another kill on the Meeple, and just like that, Hydra gets a team wipe.
I was in a very sneaky position right then. He still has a super. It can be a nice connection on the, Mortis. It was, but it wasn't enough to get a kill right there. Nice gadget coming from the Meeple just to stay alive on time. But 12 seconds on the clock. This is going to be enough for the red team to make things work. Hypercharge available for the Max. He uses it. He gets the speed. He gives it to the teammates as well. I think it should be enough for the Nexus to just fall off in the first game and gem grab.
Yeah, exactly. We had the Lily make some very good plays, and just because of that, we see them win comfortably. I expect a similar game too. If Hydercat continues playing like that, they should definitely win this quite comfortably. So yeah, if they just continue like this, I feel like they're gonna get a very comfortable game as well. So I'm looking forward to the second game. I feel like if the Lily plays like he did this game, it should be quite clean. But as we see, the Lily goes down quite early this time. Prateek is in a quite precarious spot, but he gets a good phase shifter out and ends up staying alive. Very aggressive by Prateek. I do not think that was needed, but due to that, unfortunately, he goes down. Kratos gets a very good kill onto the Roughs, and then he goes back, stays alive. And now we have the Crow getting some very good value onto the Roughs and the Lily. He gets some very good shots onto Prateek, and we see both the Roughs in max low. So this is a much better game coming out from Nexus, especially game 2. But Hydercat gets a very good sneak, gets a good kill onto the Crow, gets some damage onto Champion, and then does some damage to the Mortis as well.
Yeah, indeed, and much better turn around the side around the red team, and he has the hypercharge. Is going to be inside the wall, being in a very cheeky position. But I don't think so. He knows that Hydra was there with the gadget. Is going to be enough for him to get a kill? No, and they are still alive with 8 gems, actually 9 gems on top of their head. One more gem, and the countdown begins. This time, do it, and they just have to hold on for 15 seconds. So Mortis trying to go. Okay, we're seeing a turnaround. Once again, Hydra is going to be the one taking over that kill. Having the hypercharge, looking strong. Standing tall and proud in the spawn of his map with 9 gems on top of his head. It's going to be enough. The Crow hypercharge was there. Is it going to be enough? 4 seconds on the clock. Mortis has a super. No, is it going to be enough? He can chain it in the final seconds. And it should not be enough for the blue team. And they'll get a victory.
Yeah, just like that, we see them come back, and like that's very well played. I feel like the Lily played amazingly, but I feel like the other team, especially Nexus, performed very well that set. But unfortunately, we see Hydra make some amazing plays and bring back that set. So just like that, we have Kuchpi winning the set. I feel like the second game was definitely in Nexus' favor, but making those mistakes at the end definitely cost them. Like they played perfectly the entire game, but just some minor mistakes at the end cost them the set. But again, this seems a lot more evenly matched than we thought it would be. So yeah, I'm very excited to see set 2, and if we see anything what we've seen in set 1, it should be a very well-rounded set 2, and like both teams should bring out a close matchup.
Indeed, and they really showed this time around who the final boss is, and there's still games to go on. Next still have a chance to come up, but they have to do it consecutively, 2 in a row, 2 sets in a row, to take a win over already a good team, right? Kuchpi is not easy to defeat, and they're looking strong as always. But if you have to win, you have to get it twice this time around, and could be just one set away from this win. I mean, I like hideout a lot. There's a lot going on this map sometimes around. You have some open space as well. And bounty is often fun because firstly, it's more of a steal game. Like who steals the blue star gets more likely to the win condition if they stay passive, successfully without the enemy to just come in. And if that's not the case, like it starts with such a passive note and it gets aggressive because one of the team has to take the lead back, right? So it's quite fun, and that I think that's the most fun part, to see how the team comes up and try to take over the one having the blue star.
Yeah, I expect the 8-bit to be very annoying for Kuch Bhi, because if they don't have something which in the star earlier, like a Kaze, it's going to be very hard to push into the 8-bit. But again, if they end up going Kaze, it's very bad into 8-bit, and it's going to harm them in the long term. So I feel like they have to do something passive like a Bell, a Brock, anything which can make sure the 8-bit does not get that much value. So I would love to see a Brock. Yeah, and they ended up going Brock. I like that pick because it also makes sure that the opponent does not have Brock, and on top of that, you can break the walls in which the 8-bit is behind. So I love the Brock pick. I do not like Star Nova and Hideout. Like I'll stick towards this stance because again, it's a very open map. You're gonna feed the 8-bit. It's like so easy to counter a Star Nova. So yeah, I definitely do not like the Star Nova pick, and I feel like they could have done this a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, Star Nova still a strong pick, but we still have a lot of other brawlers, right? We have over 104 brawlers in the game and have a lot of options to pick. I mean, you might struggle to get a super.
Your tears
especially
fuel my laughter.
Like that's the draft we can see so far, along with a Byron. And is it really good to combine Byron with 8-bit? Because I think 8-bit is one of the slowest, not one of the, it's the slowest brawler in the game, right? And he needs the healings on time because it's not very easy for him to dodge shots, to just come in a very healthy position once again. So I think Byron is quite nice, and sometimes Byron plays the players struggle a lot to give healing to the own teammates, because while they're dodging the enemy shots, they dodge their own teammates heals as well. 8-bit is a slow brawler. I like that he can get the healing
Time
easily,
to
but we have
collect.
Griff. Interesting, quite interesting to see a Griff pick on this map. We have the wall break available, and it's quite funny. We can see the players interact and they're just ready getting locked in.
Yeah, I think I really like the comp which the Nexus has brought out, because Byron is very good at healing his teammates, and like Byron healing in 8-bit basically makes the 8-bit unkillable. And on top of that, you also have a Griff which opens the walls, very good into tanks. So it's a very well-rounded comp by them, and I feel like their whole comp is good in Star Nova. So I really like this pick from their end. I do think that Nexus should come out on top of this, but if HydraCat's team hits shots consistently enough, they should get a good game. Yeah, HydraCat and Pratik get a very good pinch onto the Griff, and Pratik and the Bell are hitting some very good shots on the Kratos. And we have HydraCat slowly pushing him from the left side. A very good gadget by Kratos keeps both Pratik and HydraCat low. But we see Arians tapping in the Byron, like getting some very good shots. But Champion follows up with some very good shots, and I don't know why he's not healing up, because I feel like he's too low to be helping his teammate. And yeah, because we see him not healing up, he ends up going down, and we have a 7-0 lead for Kuch Bhi.
Yeah, like that's massive lead already, like giving no star, no bounty at all to the enemy team. That shows pure dominance. You can see the bell shots connecting well, and the marked up Griff is not looking good wandering around with such health, right? He has to back off. But you can see HydraCat was having his gadget. Okay, yeah, he uses it, but he goes down. Okay, the interaction was there. That was very close. They could have got another kill, but yes, there was a kill ultimately on Mr. Champion. He goes down to the spawn once again. Healing's coming up from him, but the bounce shots, they have to respect the distance from the bell shot. He might go down once again. The healings are still there, but Hydra trying to make a play. The shots are there from Pratik, connects well. The gadget is there as well. Hypercharge, getting all the kills. He has the range as well with the Buffy. Rakat going aggressive, gets 2. He comes back, and yes, that's going to be enough star, enough bounty on top of the head, giving them a nice win, and they're set.
Yeah, I really like the way Hydra is piloting his brawler. Like, he's playing Star Nova to the best potential. So, like, I hope Ashking's team is looking at this and they respect his Star Nova, because I feel like he's playing Star Nova perfectly. Like, he's using his super and gadgeting. That's like some prime tech. Like, if you guys did not know, that helps Star Nova close the distance between the brawlers. And it's like he's playing the brawler to perfection. He's using his gadgets to fly out, help his teammates. We also see him pinch very nicely. So it's like very well played by Hydra. We also see Pratik and Ariansis hitting some very good shots. We see Pratik being consistent and Ariansis as well. And again, we see Pratik and Hydra pinch out the Baron. We see Ariansis get some very good shots, and he ends up killing the Griff. Hydra comes out of the spawn, like, he gets a very good shot off and then just backs off. We see the 8-bit marked, and as you can see, it just takes 4 shots for the 8-bit to go down. Champion heals him, but I don't think it matters that much. Pratik tries to get the Baron, but is unable to do so. Ariansis gets a very good double kill. Will he get the 3-peat? No, he misses out, and just by 20 HP the 8-bit stays alive.
I almost got a team wipe for the team, but yeah, the Hydra Cat is in a very cheeky position. He's trying to heal some shots with this shot. He is alive, he gets a kill, but he goes down. 12 to 11%, it's very close. 1 star is all what the red team needs, and they should be able to find it if they dodge well, if they come up, and you know, Mr. Champion has to heal some shots, but no, the damage was there. Miss super from the Griff isn't gonna cause them. Yeah, he gets the kill. He is dodging the Brock shots as well, and yeah, he's able to do so with success after getting the healings from Mr. Champion as well. Piggy bank in the middle of the map just to avoid the presence of Hydra, just to avoid, you know, to make him come back in the middle of the map. Super is there for him. Is a very cheeky position. Hypercharge is coming in all around, and this is gonna be 2 bounty on top of their head, giving them a nice win, and we can see the, you know, e-sportsmanship between them. They're very confident. They're happy. Like, they lost, but they're happy. They were there for the experience. They got it. They were there for the thrill. They got it. They were there for the chaos. They got it. And that's what really matters. Then, wow, what a game that was, Sergeant. Like, would you like to break that last moments down for us for a moment?
Yeah, we saw them all stay next to the 8-bit turret just to take advantage of the 8-bit Buffy, which gives speed to everyone. But then we also saw them all get cornered, and because they got cornered, Pratik got a very good hypercharge off, and because of that hypercharge, he got some very good shots off on the 8-bit and the Baron, and just like that, he also cornered them and got a very good hypercharge super off. And just because of that play based off Ariansis and Pratik, they got a very good team wipe, and just like that, they ended up winning the game.
Indeed, like the rocket trains were all around. The belt shots was super annoying. I saw the 8-bit wasn't respecting the bounce shots. Really, like he was staying close to the Byron. He was expecting the heals probably, but no, you can't feed the bell again and again because 8-bit, he has the range, but he's kind of tanky, and if he gets the mark, it really gets easy for any team. Or if any brawler gets the mark, it's just get easier for them to get taken down very easily, right? We can see the maps being cleared, and the players are actually, getting some pictures with the Spidey. It's gonna leave great memories. You can see these players. It was just having fun as the man around there, right? Yeah, creating that, making that atmosphere make feel even more fun, and see Saket there as well. Like it's a very fun event to be a part of. We can see everyone clapping for them, and we have the winners. RG, they couldn't do it this time around, but good luck to them next time. We can see Spidey. Everyone is there cheering, and the environment is pretty fun, and I'm also enjoying it. It's very it's a sweet community. Everyone is so helpful, everyone is so cheerful, everyone's supporting each other, and that's just good to see, especially this happening in India, and yeah, this is Brawl, this is love, and we see it every day, but online now. We're seeing it offline as well in the LAN, which is just amazing. It's amazing to be a part of it. Yeah, right. Sergeant, we want you next time. Okay, we want you in the next event. But having said that, this one, it's just so fun. You know, I see everyone cheering. I can hear them hooting as well from the bottom row. It's just fun, and I even see other people, elder people joining as well in the audience as well, which is quite interesting, and it shows the love for Brawl.
Yeah, exactly. We see such a positive atmosphere, and now we're gonna also head in the finals very soon. We have some very well-known players in the finals. We have Pratik, again a veteran. We have Organised, Hadrakyat. They've been teammates together for the longest time that I know, and again, very good players. And then we have Ash King in the opponent team, which qualified for challengers. We have Muzan. If you guys don't know who he is, he's from Overthrow, one of the most established teams in India. We also have Dodem, an up-and-coming semi-pro, who's, you can basically call him a pro, but yeah. So yeah, it's going to be a very exciting final as well. But seeing such a positive atmosphere, seeing everybody rooting for each other, and everybody enjoying even when they're losing, that definitely shows how fun the event is. It's like, it's so crowded, everybody's having a good time, and yeah, we're gonna head to the finals very soon.
Yeah, and now anytime soon we're gonna have Aaron Says with us. And before he set up, Sergeant, one more moment from you, because I think you're the best person who can break down the stats. You can just let viewers know what really happened into the mix.
Okay, as we already know, the goal of Bounty has always been to get kills. Like, simply put, you need to kill more, die less. That's exactly what we see reflected in the stats. We see that none of the players in Kuch Bhi had a positive stat. I'm sorry, Nexus had a positive stat, but in Kuch Bhi we see everybody like having a positive KD, and in the end of the day, that's what really matters in Bounty, like staying alive, making sure you have the bounty on top of your head. And we also see in the terms of DPS, all three of the players had a higher DPS than everybody in Nexus. So that basically sums up the story, that they just stayed alive better, they made sure they do not die easily. So that's how they ended up winning the set.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have the players from the winner team right now with us for a short interview. They're gonna be here with me anytime soon. And yeah, Aaron is next to me right now with the Spider-Man cosplay once again. Can't wait to see, can't wait to ask questions to them, and they're right here. Come on, sit with me. Can we see the cam view once again? We have Aaron Says with us. Okay, we're just adjusting the camera a little bit. Yo, look at that. Look at the camera. We have Mr. Spidey with us. How you feeling, buddy? And बहुत अच्छा खेला. And we saw. Okay, first question जो मेरे दिमाग में आया था, and probably सबके दिमाग में भी आ रहा होगा. I know. Okay, that was nice. Okay. Visibility में थोड़ा भी issue नहीं आया.
Okay, we have to... Okay, can we have Spider-Man speak a bit?
Can we have Spider-Man speak a bit? Okay, Sergeant is asking, so come on. Can you speak a bit?
Yeah, I can speak a bit.
Okay, so how do you feel? So you were able to see a little. Yes, and you were able. Okay, so you were able to see little, and you were still able to make big impact. That's what you were trying to say.
I was just saying. You were saying. Can you see? I was saying. You cannot see at all.
At all? And you still cooked? I mean, you're Spider-Man after all. You're Spider-Man after all, and you made Surge impressed as well. So yeah. I mean,
okay.
Serge, do you have any other questions from Spider?
Yeah, I just want to bring this up. Ariansis, can we have a gentleman's agreement between your team and Ashkin's team? Nobody bans Bolt. Like, surely we can have someone pick Bolt. Like, we want to see Bolt being played, right? Like, surely we can bring that up. Like, let's not ban Bolt for the finals. Like, surely, right?
Okay, so Sergeant wants... Okay, let's have a gentleman agreement in your team that please don't ban Bolt. We want not just him, not just me, everyone here wants Bolt to be there in the equation. Please tell your opponents in the finals, please tell them not to ban that brawler. please, any of you, please pick that brawler for once, okay? We want to see that action in the mix, right? I mean, I already see Spidey getting stressed out, hearing that Bolt is gonna be there in the mix. But I mean, this is Brawl eSports, bro, and you're Spidey after all. I want you to play Bolt, actually.
Yeah,
Stop the bolt.
Oh, what?
My webs can't stop the bolt.
Okay, that was a good answer. I don't know if you heard that. My webs can't stop the Bolt. I mean, what can be a better answer than that, Serge?
Yeah, but I mean, since we want you to play Bolt, we want you to play the Spider-Man gadget which jumps you around. I mean, the Bolt gadget which can help you hop around. We want to see you go around the map. Like, have a talk with Ash King's team. Like, let's genuinely have a gentleman's agreement and let's pick Bolt. Like, just pick Bolt, pick Hank. Hank for Hydra, the Bolt for you. Like, let's do something fun for the finals.
Okay, so he wants with the finals that he wants you to pick Bolt. Okay, you are gonna be the one picking up Bolt. Okay, and you're gonna play the jump gadget. This is Spider-Man. Okay, you're gonna be the one jumping around. You're Spider-Man after all. Okay, you don't have to question that, right? Okay, and it's coming up from Surge. You cannot say no, buddy. Okay, he's gonna play Bolt. He's gonna pick the jump gadget and maybe Hydra Chaos with the Hank. Like, it would be great. Like, I mean, Bolt to pakka chahiye, okay? Yeah, okay, so that's what we want. But now we're gonna finally wrap this up. Thank you so much for joining in, aka Spidey. And it was great gameplay. And yeah, well played, buddy. And yeah, see you guys later in the finals. Okay. Back once again, and okay, I got off on the cam a little bit after meeting Spidey, who is a crazy guy, by the way. Okay, but nevertheless, it was fun to be with him. Sergeant, you asked him some questions as well, and after seeing that thumbs up, I think we might get to see a Bolt finally enter the mix, and yeah, I think it was worth asking for that.
Yeah, I'm so excited that we finally get to see a Bolt. I feel like we haven't seen it a single time today. Like, it's always been banned, like Bolt, Damien. But I really hope that one of them picks Bolt and we finally get to see some interesting games. Because I feel like all the games have come down to some of the most basic meta brawlers. But like seeing some spice, seeing a Bolt jumping around, just rolling on the map, that'll be extremely fun to watch. And I just hope Bolts remains unbanned. Like, I hope no one bans it.
Yeah, I hope and I think that will be the case. But That's pretty obvious that the opposing team that they're going to face in the finals knows about the fact that, Aaron might pick up the Bolt. I hope they don't troll us by actually banning it. Like, that will be disappointing. And for the viewers, for you, I hope they don't ban the Bolt. But if they don't, let's keep that in mind that they will be prepared for a Bolt already. They'll think of a counter already because, generally in the pick and ban stage, let's say a Bolt comes up in a pick, quickly, and you just have like 15 seconds to respond back with your pick. So you don't have much time. The pressure is on, but they have full chance now to prepare well. They know that they might get to see a Bolt. But hey, Sergeant, like, we still don't know in which map and mode they might actually let us see a Bolt, because obviously it's not going to be in the global bans if they respect our whatever we just did, right? Like the thing. But if they don't global ban that brawler, it's still not sure that we're gonna see a Bolt pick in the first game itself.
Yeah, Bolt is a brawler. Like, if I be honest, Bolt is a brawler which can easily be countered, but at the same time, you can never really counter a Bolt. Because Bolt has a mechanic in which you become immune to crowd control because of the star power. And that's something which can definitely turn the tides of the game at any given point of time. And we finally have the Spider-Man costume off. So we have Organised in his true form. So I'm hoping to see a much more competitive game. And it's like, we expected these two teams to come to the finals. And yeah, I feel like the finals will be very interesting. I still am favoring Ash King's team because it's like, we have people who grind the game every day versus people who just play the game for, like, they're veterans. Like, they used to be on the top, but they aren't anymore. It's like, this is basically the STMN of India. It's like you have one of the oldest teams versus the new gen. And let's see what they end up global banning. I'm assuming it's not a Bolt. But yeah, we see a Star Nova being global banned, expected, like everybody bans Star Nova. And we see a Damien being banned. So no Bolt so far. Which, no, we cannot be doing that. Okay, now we have a Bolt being banned from Mood Swings. That's pretty sad that they global ban Bolt. But yeah, we won't be seeing any Bolt, unfortunately. But yeah, it's the same bans we've been seeing the whole day.
I mean, come on. I wasn't expecting that coming up from Mood Swing itself. Like, come on, bro. But, I mean, we can't really do anything about that, right? Like, we have to be with it, and I hope they change it. Like, please, like, okay, just for the sake of it, let's unban this brawler. Please do it. But if that's not possible, then at least we have the Spider-Man costume off, right? Like, it's finally off, and I think, Sergeant, it's funny enough to think that way, that probably it's because of the fact that ab to bhai finals hai. And you have to lock in. You don't want that weird visibility, right? You want the full, clear, precision wala visibility. And, I think that makes sense now, because pehle, that really means that they were considering all the other teams kind of easy. Ye theek yaar, ye to thoda less visibility mein bhi khel lunga. But ab aisa nahi chalega. Ab they are facing some good players as well.
Yeah, exactly. I think they're gonna finally lock in. We don't see the Spider-Man costume anymore, as you mentioned. So I feel like they're all gonna try hard. I expect some very close games. But again, we have the team which has qualified for challenges, like we have Ashing from that team. And then we have Ariensis and Irikat, again, some very old teammates. So yeah, I'm expecting a very clean game. Okay, we have Triple as the first map. If you remember the global bans, it was Bolt. Bolt is not the best on this map, so I would not have expected on this map anyways, but I expect to see a Shade coming out as a first pick, because you can definitely ban for Shade first pick. I also expect to see Lumi, Meeple, or a Thrower being picked. Like, these are the brawlers I look out for. I also see the option of an Edgar. It's like, there's a very high chance of seeing an Assassin, but let's head into the bans once. We have Gene Crow Surge being banned. I don't know if Gene is on purpose, but yeah, they banned Gene. That's very interesting. And from the other side, we have Cord, Griff, Lumi. I think those bans are for Shade because those bans literally scream that they want Shade. So if anything, I expect them to go Shade 1 because Lumi and Grip are the hardest counters to Shade. And I think they just went Cord because they might go Cord plus a tank as a 2-3 pick to counter the Shade. So let's see what they ended up going here. Okay.
I mean, okay. As per the information I'm getting, first game is dodged. So okay, I need more context. I want to know which team actually dodged this one. But yeah, I'll get that info very soon. We'll get to see in the graphics is itself. We'll get to see the one set going in one of the team's favor. I think it will be updated anytime soon. But we are going to be seeing a triple dribble map now in Brawl Ball. I'm not sure which team dodged, but that's a dodge and that's an unfortunate start.
Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate that we see a dodge in the finals. But I do think it'll make a very big difference because if I'm not wrong, it's only a BO3, and it being a BO3, it'll definitely affect the team which dodged quite a bit because in the finals you definitely do not want to start off with a disadvantage. So it definitely will hurt them a bit. But I'm hoping that they come over it and we still see them perform to their full potential for the remaining games. So yeah, we'll see quite soon who dodged first. But before that, we still have triple dribble. We have Ash King's team first picking Meeple. It looks like a very good Shade pick to me. And yeah, we don't have the Gene ban. We have a Max ban. That seems a lot more conventional. If I was Kuchbi, I would definitely steal the Shade off them right now. Shade is very good into Meeple. You have Lumi band, you have Surge band, you have Crow band. It's like such a good Shade game. So if I were them, I would definitely be picking up a Shade and like a Charlie or
Textbook takedown.
Oh, we finally see a Meg. Meg on this map isn't the best, but into a Meeple which lacks damage, it can work for sure. But I really hope they pick up a Shade, otherwise it's a very free Shade pick for Mood Swing. So I'm quite interested and quite keen to see what they pick. And if they go Shade, they also prevent the opponents from going throwers, because if you don't know, Meeting can box players inside a box and the thrower just throws stuff in, but they go a Ruffs. A Ruffs is a very good counter to Meeple, so I don't mind that pick either. But now the opponent team has a free Shade pick, so I still would have preferred them to go Shade, but they ended up going Mega Ruffs.
I mean, indeed, and I hate to say this, but I hate to say this for the other teams that I've played before, but this time we can say that we're gonna see more competition, more precisions in the draft. We're gonna see more refined draft. I would say yes, we're gonna see a Shade, as you mentioned before, is very good into Meeple, and yeah, but they didn't want that to happen, right? So they took it by themselves. I think brawlers that can shoot through walls. I mean, wow, but yeah, there's a danger in the opposing team as well. Meg is great, and sandbags from corner Ruffs is gonna be good as well against a Meeple. Meeple is gonna struggle against Ruffs, but I think Muzan can take care of those things with the slap damage.
No filter.
He can just slap once, and Ems is gonna be there in the mix as the final pick for the team as well, because you need that area damage as well. You can just get rid of those handbags very quickly, not just by Shade but also with the M's as well. I think Meeple will not struggle that way, but hey, finally it's the grand final and we're seeing a Meg.
Yeah, I really like the draft we see from Mood Swings. This is why I think they should have picked up the Shade. I feel like they're cooked, and we see a kit. Ruff's kit, definitely quite cheese. I do not know how this will pan out, but if I had to favor a team, I would favor Ashton's Ruff for sure, because they have such a well-rounded comp, while in Kuchbi we have cheese. Like, that's literally what we have. We have a cheese comp versus a well-rounded comp. So yeah, I'm definitely favoring Ashton's team right here. Like, the draft looks a lot more well-rounded. I don't remember the last time I've seen a kit on triple dribble, so this will be quite interesting. Like, it used to be good on this map, but right now I don't think if it was the best pick. So let's see how this pans out.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to see how things goes here as well. It is like a brawler that we don't get to see much in the casual, but the pro players, we know these brawlers are in the hand of pro players, right? So they know how to play with these brawlers, irrespective of the fact that even if you feel like that brawler is kind of not viable in a particular situation or a draft or map in general. But as we can see, the blue team was creating much better pressure, but Hydra trying to make some control and the left hand side of the map as well. Ash trying to make some play. He gets a kill with his teammate. That's a nice wall gadget, a nice goal coming in from Muzan. Very early goal. This is going to keep them in a nice early lead. Ash gets knocked back by the gadget from Hydra Khayat. Super coming in from the M's, but goes down. Kit, 76 HP, stays alive. A miss pass from Hydra Khayat. Had to wait a little to get back. The ammo, is it going to be enough? No walk-in coming in from Mizan. Goes down, gets some kills. But nice defense just on time. Was able to make things work out for them. The blue team is going once again. Hypercharge available for the Ash. The King is trying to make some plays, but Hypercharge for the Kid. He jumps twice. He gets a kill as well, and Hydra might be able to walk in, equalizing the score.
Yeah, Arians is playing this phenomenally well. I really like the way he's pioneering this kit. Insane jump. He gets a very good kill onto him, but now the Shade has hyper, Muzan has hyper, so this is very bad news for them. I think that's a wasted hyper from Muzan. Although he gets the kill, I think he could have won far much more value. Okay, Ashking with an insane hyper. I wonder if he is able to score here. He should be able to. But Pratik gets a good clear, but we have M's hyper coming in as well. And yeah, just like that, we have Ashking's team scoring. But yeah, I feel like they could have definitely won this. At the start, they messed up. Like, the kid did not go invest properly. And we also had the other team not playing to the best of their abilities. Like, I feel like Arians definitely popped off the entire game, but they also missed a goal in the middle of the game. If you guys noticed, Hydra Khayat messed up a pass. So yeah, if they just play to their strengths, I think they should be able to win this set.
Yeah, even those fraction of seconds, when you miss those passes and all, it really counts. Muzan with the gadget that will secure him a goal once again. Early goal for them, but this time the question is, can the red team repeat what happened in the previous game? Coming with a comeback, Ash with a nice super, gets a kill with the help of that and gets another super right on after. Muzan is flashing his super, he gets a kill right nice and easy. He's flashing his super, he's trying to put some pressure up. He uses it just to get some damage through the wall. He uses the gadget mechanism. It was not enough. Ash with a slap should be able to finish things off. He uses the pin, he knows that's gonna go straight in, giving them a nice victory once again.
Yeah, I think that again they gave them a shade pick for free. I don't think they should have given them shade. I think that was definitely a throw. Like, if they did not give them shade and picked it up for themselves, I would have liked the draft a lot more. Like, if they went a shade and a Lu 2-3, I think that would have been a very good 2-3 combo, because Lu is one of the best counters to Meg, Meeple, M's, all of that stuff. And it's also a very good counter to Shade. We also saw that Lumi was banned. So if they just went that, I feel like they would have such a good outcome. But they ended up going Ruffs. I feel like the Ruffs did not get enough value. And I feel like that's the reason they lost. But yeah, in general, if they just picked up a Shade themselves, I feel like they would have been in a much more advantageous position. But due to that, we have Mood Swings winning set 1. Okay, and let's also head into the stats. So we have Ash King performing exceptionally well, as we expect him to, because it's a free Shade matchup. We also have Ariansis doing a lot of DPS, a lot more than I expected. But as you guys can see, Pratik had the lowest amount of DPS. Like, his KD is also very bad. It's like a 1.3, like it's in the negative, so it's like very bad for him. And then we have Obito not doing much, but it's Muzan and Ash King again, very well decorated players. They're doing a lot on the map. Arians tried his best, but again, I don't think they should be going Ruffs 2-3, and I think that backfired.
I mean, yeah, now, you cannot afford to make mistakes now. It's the final tournament after all. And, I think Pratik would want that momentum once again if you want to follow up in the competitive scene once again, even for fun, if you want to just get into it once again. But he's doing great, actually, even despite the fact that he's playing
so awesome.
He's still able to adapt. He is still having this synergy with the teammates. His teammates are playing, phenomenal as well. But, Ash King, or he just qualified for the Istanbul LAN as well. Has experienced, he is a renowned player as well. I mean, all of these players are pretty good. We see them in the Brawl Star competitive scene quite a lot, right? So yeah, these are very okay. Wait, we have a surge pick. Quite funny that it was not banned at all.
Exit
okay, so
stage
it's
right.
highest safe zone, so I think no one really thought that a surge would be a threat. But okay, it can actually. Do you think it is actually very helpful against some of the brawlers, like maybe any brawler like a tank that can just dive in to the safe and you can just
Bless
use
your
supers
heart.
because you get a super for free in the beginning itself with the hyper, with the buffy.
I like Surge, but if I be honest, this is one of the maps in which you can definitely counter Surge first pick. So I like the idea of giving them Surge 1. It's one of the brawlers which, if you really play it properly, you can definitely counter Surge on this map. Like, it gets less value. And I like the Lola pick. Lola has gotten some buffs. It's one of the strongest brawlers in the game. Like, it's being picked a lot. Piper, again, a brawler which got a buff. But again, I don't see the point of moving Piper into a
Forgive
Surge.
my intrusion.
That might
I
backfire.
mean
And yeah,
no
they go Kaze. So this looks very bleak for Kuchbi, but if I were them, like if I were Muzan's team, I would definitely try to go a Finks, a Bow, like something which can hold the middle for them. Like even a Pierce would be good because they need something which can hold down the fort, or even a Bell. I know all of these matchups are bad into Piper, but you need something which can hold down the fort while your Kaze and Surge make space for you. Because you're not going to be playing 1v1s. You'll have a Kaze and a Surge making space for your team, walking up towards the map, and then you'll just have the...
It's meow or never.
Third, yeah, exactly, Finks. They end up going Finks because the Kaze and the Surge
Nice
will make
piece of
space for
work.
the Finks, while the Finks just goes up. But then we have a Crow. I love the Crow pick. Good into all three of those brawlers. You're definitely bound to get Hypercharge. But again, we have Kuchbi with a more passive, more control-based comp, while we have a Mutsings with a comp which does not require that much skill. Like, it's a very easy comp to play. You just keep going and keep dying. The mistake tolerance is very high. But we have Kuchbi with a comp which has very low mistake tolerance. Like, if you do not hit shots, it's over. If you do not stay alive, it's over. So they need to make sure they play towards to their game.
Also, the brawlers coming up from Kuchbi are pretty fragile, and that's the reason why you mentioned that you just cannot afford to die and respawn and die and respawns. You need to create much better control in the beginning itself. And I think that's a good point that Crow is gonna get nice FP supers as well, but Mazan actually cooking, getting 2 kills and so much damage on the safe, on the red safe. Like, okay, it's just gonna take one shot, which is gonna be there by the Kaze, and the first shield from the red safe has been taken down. Super from the Kaze, gets a kill as well on Hydra Cat. He was in a very risky position right there, and the range is there for Mazan already, and he's gonna use the super once again to get that extra split damage. He might connect the safe a lot of times with that. I mean, he's successfully able to get a lot of shots there. And I think Surge is working out so good. Look at the Feng's damage. He TPs just on time to stay alive. Wow, I mean, the execution is perfect, Sergeant.
Yeah, as I said, the fault tolerance is very low, but I feel like they're making a lot of mistakes. Like the Lola died at the start, they got team wiped, they gave Muzan a hyper, which I don't think should be happening. And just like that, they end up losing the game without getting a single percent of damage. So I think there are some mistakes which they have to avoid, otherwise I think we'll see a similar result. But yeah, in general, I feel like if they play this better, they can definitely win. Otherwise, it looks quite bleak for them.
I mean, yeah, do or die situation, you really have to get over it. And, as you mentioned, it was a mistake. Surge got 2 kills in the beginning itself. He got into 3rd stage, it was over. He was getting the range, and with the split damage, he was able to hit the safe as well alongside. Amazingly done. And I think you don't want that Surge to do all that once again. So you have to maintain distance. I think it's very easy to not give the Surge the range. I mean, just maintain the distance and you'll be good to go. I mean, obviously these are pro players; they'll still figure out a way. But you can still, I think, manage with that.
Yeah, definitely. Once we hop into the second game, I feel like we'll see a similar result. But I feel like if Pratik's team plays this in a more casual tone and they just make sure they stay alive at the start, like they can even develop the Lola Crow side. If they do that, I think that will favor them. So I wonder what they end up doing. Yeah, let's hop into the second game. Okay, yeah, we have the Lola finally getting some save damage, and he really has hypercharge. We also have the Crow having hypercharge, and Pratik times it perfectly so that Muzan does not get gadget value. He's hitting some insane shots onto Dodem. He gets a very good kill. We have Hydra Cat which is hyper, and I think he's close to super. But we have Ashkin just staying alive in the middle, being a nuisance. And Pratik's in the healing star power. I do not like this super from the Kaze because Pratik can back off. And I don't think that necessarily makes space for them because, like, again, he's getting deleted. So, like, very well played by Pratik. I feel like Dodem could have played that a lot better. Pratik pops his hypercharge right now. I think that's a mistake because I would have saved it for an ego, but yeah, and he dies because of that. I think that's very badly played by Pratik. Wait, sorry, I'm messing up the names. I mean by Ariensis. Like, he played that incredibly well until he wasted that hyper. We had Hydra Cat hypering and supering in the middle, which is a mistake again. We have Pratik hitting some good shots onto Muzan. And they end up killing Muzan, but again, Hydra Cat wasted his hyper. That was definitely a mistake. And we have Ariensis just walking up in the middle. Again, a very big mistake. Like, he fed the pink super. And we have Dodem walking in towards the middle. And it's a very close... It's not necessarily a very close game because they haven't got the first crack. And I think the game should be over now because they don't have any time. Like, they just got the first crack right now. And just like that, we have Kuchbi... I mean, Mood Swing is winning the second set. And just like that, they take the series.
Nice and easy, way well done. And you know, we can see the smiles, we can see the handshakes once again. Like, they all are happy. That's so wholesome, you know. That's so wholesome to see. And you know, congratulations to Mood Swings on getting on victory, and they are the winners of the first LAN event in India after many years, conducted by UPCore eSports, the UPCore City Championship. The winners are here. Mood Swings, Ash King, Dodem, and Muzan are gonna take up the victory. We can see the class, we can see the crowd, you know, getting hyped up, and the atmosphere is so good. Sergeant, it was great to cast with you, and I believe, you know, I hope you enjoyed your first cast. And you know, there was a lot happening in the series. There was a lot of production work being done right in front of me as well. And you know, big kudos to these guys for conducting all this, you know, distributing all the food items as well by themselves. You know, we prepared the stickers and keychain packs, and you know, the cards, we were packing them all night yesterday. Like, there was a lot of work behind the scenes, and I think, you know, it really paid off. It was a great stream. Like, it really shows up the efforts, and I think these little efforts really makes the difference, right? And you know, it was the first ever Brawl Star series, probably conducted by organization by themselves in their own scale. And I'm really proud of this organization. I am really proud of the team. Mood Swing takes up the victory. Everyone is clapping. We have the winners. And yes, Sergeant, any final words for this stream? Because it was your first cast, and I hope you really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It was a great experience, and I'm so happy I was able to cast the first Indian LAN in such a long time. I'm so excited because it's like we saw so many people showing up. It was like such a good community event, and I feel like it was one of the best events that has happened in India in a very long time. And it definitely brought the community a lot closer, and we finally showed that India has a player base in which we can look forward to. Like, there's so many players in the region who are so passionate about the game. So yeah, I'm so grateful that you had me on cast, and I had a great time.
Glad to hear that. And yes, with that, we have to finish this off. We have to come to an end now. It was the first LAN in India after a very long time, and now we have to say goodbye as well. Congratulations once again to Mood Swings on taking up the victory. We can see the players, you know, taking the selfies. We can see the photographs being taken there. Like, it's pretty fun. And right after this cast, I'll go down and, you know, join them as well. Thank you so much, Sergeant, for joining with me, the absolute GOAT, and also good luck to you as well on your Istanbul LAN event. Thank you so much everyone for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. UPCore will bring all these kind of events in the future as well, so stay tuned. Thank you so much. Subscribe and like. Bye bye. Thank you for watching. Peace out. Stay hydrated.